What? What the hell did I just watch for the national anthem? That was interesting. Welcome in, everyone. I hope everyone's good. Everyone's well. To those on YouTube side, it's probably your first time ever seen my face and this thing that we do on the channel. Welcome in. Nice little bit of live timing over here. Track map above. List of all the off tracks that we're no doubt gonna get. We're live on both Twitch and YouTube, so you're probably going to see mainly Twitch chat on the bottom, but I'll try my best to keep up with everything that's going on the YouTube side as well. Block, nicely, good to see you both. Hope you're both good, hope you're both well, and the many who are in both chats at the moment. If you're on the YouTube side, put a thumbs up on the video. If you want to see more of this on the YouTube side, then of course let me know as well. But we start with Norris, Leclerc, front row, Piastri, then Hamilton. Rounding the rest of that top six is Russell and Liam Lawson. Liam Lawson in the RB, one place ahead of Max Verstappen in the Red Bull. Bortoleto, first time in Q3 ever for Bortoleto, so nicely done for him on that one, with Antonelli and Gasly occupying the rest of the points positions from the start in 9th and 10th. Then chasing them is going to be Alonso and Albon in the Aston Martin and Williams respectively, followed very closely into those first couple of corners by Hagier and Colapinto. Then for the final lot of disappointing qualifying session for Haas, the first of the drivers, Ollie Behrman in 16th. Stroll apparently absolutely fine with his wrist now, but still lingering down in 16th. Then we've got Ocon, followed by Shocks of Tsunoda and Sainz in 18th and 19th. And Hulkenberg probably felt he could have done a little bit better, but someone has to start last, so today it's going to be Hulkenberg. John, good to see you as well. Just don't yell and I'm well. Nice. Those who are waiting for the TCR iRacing Brands Hatch guide, that will be coming at some point today. It is going to be a very short stream on both sides, to be honest. I'm actually going to go out my way and I'm going to go outside, touch some grass, and actually go see this F1 movie. I'm going to go into it without what I know about F1 and just go in and try to enjoy it as a film, not as a documentary, as a film. And I'll let people know how it goes. Yeah, I'll do it. Guitar guy, how we doing? What is this touching grass? Couple of meanings to the saying touching grass, but mine's literally just going outside. Hope you stub your toe in and stuff on the leg. Wow, Jesus! And already on the Twitch side, it's getting a bit snappy at the moment. Right, I'm just quickly making sure everything looks alright at the moment and that we're in line, because there is something maybe being shown on Discord right now. Once you're in the Discord, check the general chat, and if you can't read the instructions on there, then I can't help you. Yenny, good to see you. So what's everyone's podium going to be? I think we're going to get a Norris, Piastri. I don't think there's going to be much. I think we'll actually get Hamilton in third rather than Leclerc. I don't know why. I just... Ferrari every now and then in Austria just have an absolute implosion. Lando getting it sprayed down at the moment. Sprayed down quite a bit. But at the moment the track temperature is 50 degrees Celsius. Like, not even iRacing gets that hot sometimes. Air temperature of 30, humidity 32, but a 0% chance of rain. Waiting for Stroll and Hulkenberg. Stroll? Okay. Need him to get fired at turn 1 when he forgets who he's driving for and runs into Max. I honestly think Max is going to dispose of Liam before turn 1 even starts. I think Max is going to have a really good start, actually. I think Russell's going to have a good start. I think everybody on that right hand side is going to have a really good start. He hits enough of the other drivers and survives. Here we are, 10 minutes. 10 minutes until race time. There's been no penalties or anything like that. There was a steward's investigation, as you can see on the lowest bit of the main console just there. There was an incident involving Piastri failing to follow race director's instructions with the maximum delta time. But just no further investigation. It was noted, whatever, and just yeah. That's literally it's the first. I feel it's the first time in like quite a few races where there's not been a pit start or positions being demoted or anybody getting penalised for anything. I do think it's going to be a very simple race today, though. I don't, unless the grass sets on fire again and the first lap's clean, I don't think anything else is really going to be noteworthy this race. 10 minutes ago, maybe someone will be seen with their phone in the car. I think the battle for 8th place could be quite interesting. You've got from Bortoletto all the way up to Sainz, where anybody can finish in any order there. Like the qualifying was, everyone was at one point, I think during was it Q1 or was it Q2, that everybody within 3rd and like 19th was like within like 8/10 or something like that. It was so close, so close. That's kind of what we want the that's what we want the racing to be. We want it to be that close. We want to see shocks like Tsunoda and Sainz all the way back towards the back of the grid. TJ, good to see you, man. I saved $40 on pizza by not ordering it through DoorDash yesterday. Did you go collect it instead? Tell you what, that North American pizza does hit different though. You wouldn't think so, everyone over here in the UK, but North American pizza, it hits different. I wouldn't say it's nicer, but it definitely hits that spot. Oh, and then let's talk bloody French and like Northern Italy and Southern French pizzas. Oh man, now oh, now that is gorgeous. No, ordered off Little Caesar's site. DoorDash still delivered. Just saved. Oh really? Oh wow. Yeah. I would love to. Jesus, it's just showing a preview for the Austrian Grand Prix. It's just showing a load of the photographers literally standing on the grass next to the track to get the good photos of cars. It's like, Jesus Christ, you don't want that to be going wrong. Do you plan on actually watching Royal Rumble next year? I don't know. I really don't know. I would be a massive hypocrite if I did, but it's my favourite pay-per-view of the whole year. You see, like they could not have done a worse combo for me. Spent $66.90. $91 after tax and tip. Same order on DoorDash would have been $130. That's something I never got when I was in North America. And that's the whole... They tell you how much something is, but all the taxes and stuff are added at the tills. And it's just like... I get some states do different amounts. But we're in 2025. Like, on websites especially, you could easily just do an add up on the page there and then. Have it with your delivery location and stuff and do it from there. In stores, there's still people looking for jobs at the moment. You can literally have jobs of someone managing all the prices and making sure it's kept like updated, or do it electronically. Electronic like boards underneath that update as like the weeks go by, you know? Like when I went shopping in North America, like I was ready to pay for this stuff, and I was just like, wait, hang on a second, this seems too cheap. And then I think I just added 20-30% in my head just to make sure. And then they don't even give you change, like the correct amount of change, like for 1 cent and 2 cents and stuff like that. You don't get change for. I think it's correct me if I'm wrong for Canada, but there's nothing smaller than a 5-cent coin, right? So any change that you have that's underneath 5 cents, you just don't get the change, right? Yeah, that's messed up. UK is much simpler. Yeah, because with the UK, I mean, there are regional prices, but it's sorted out at the store at the time. And that's with Dash Pass. What's Dash Pass? Oh wait, I think I saw something like that on Just Eat actually recently. I think Just Eat have done something in the UK where it's like a subscription, and it like gives you an overall free delivery, like Prime, free delivery, and some things or certain takeaways are a bit cheaper or something like that, but you pay like 5 quid a month or 10 quid a month, I think it is, or something like that. So guys, I'm trying to catch up with all the chat at the moment on the Twitch side. If you're on the YouTube side, feel free to say hi. In fact, if someone could go over to the YouTube side just to make sure it's actually working on my end. Sean, good to see you, man. DoorDash very pricey, I agree, John, from what I'm hearing from Nicely. Danbro delivery at my place are usually only $15. What? Delivery for me is 4 quid on most places. 2 quid, 3 quid. Did you see the CFD wind tunnel time allocation list? No, I haven't. Want to update us? It's about right here too. Usually 3 to 4 delivery and the $10 tip. Oh, don't get me started on tipping. Don't get me started on tipping. I'm going to be lurking a lot as I'm recording some ideas, so have fun and may the worst driver win. Thanks, Guitar Guy. Is this the full race? Everything you see here is for the Grand Prix, which starts in, well, they start their pace lap in about 1 minute, 2 minutes time. Everything that you see in front of you is the live timing as well as the current championship standings that will update live as the race goes on. The track map, which will update as well. During the pace lap, I'll be fine-tuning so that people who are watching in Discord are in time with what the stream's showing just there. That as well, you got all the live timing stuff just over there with all the updated track limit violations. This Pokeball with the thing at the top, that's something for the Twitch viewers. So if you're watching on Twitch, then you have a chance to sort the stuff with the extension underneath. So it's based on the order of the constructor standings after the Canadian Grand Prix. Huh? Okay. Interesting. Is this the full race? Yeah, they're literally... Oh, hang on. Oh, okay. I've never watched them actually, like, after taking the blankets off, actually physically pushing all the cars on the grid. I didn't know they were allowed to do that. But once the cars are on the grid, it's all jacks and you can't roll it back and forth. Saying a quick eye on YouTube. Something, dancers in some states get full wages. They don't deserve the tip. And then there we go. We've got everybody off here. It looks like I am well in front on my screen here. So let me put that down by 39. I'm using something slightly different today to show the F1 on Discord because I've been getting a lot of freezes and stuff like that. Just make sure I'm as up to date as possible. In fact, I'm going to reset it. So everyone who's in the YouTube Discord, don't panic. Please do not panic. I'm sorting this out. Sorting everything out. Why is it not playing? Shit, it's not playing. Hang on. It seems to have stopped. Oh no, we got it. Science is on the radio. Science hasn't actually started. There we go. I'm getting it all back up. I'm getting it back up. Don't panic. Don't panic. I'm panicking. You don't have to panic. There we go. It's back up. Yeah, Science is stuck on the grid. So... oh, it's going to be interesting to see what happens here. They're going to have to do another pace lap. Oh. Oh, you know what I said at the start of the stream with, I think there's not going to be any drama at all in the race. Science is moving now, but isn't there a rule where if the marshals touch your car, then you get disqualified? I remember Hulkenberg at Brazil. Last season I think it was, when it was raining, the marshals touched his car and he got a black flag for it. Right, so we've got another 10 minutes till the race even starts now from this. Okay, we're gonna have another formation lap, so we're technically gonna have 70 laps left. So yeah, Sainz should have a pit lane start now, I would have thought. Yep, there's Sainz into the pits. Commentators now saying that apparently this could have big implications on the race. I didn't see what happened in Formula... oh, there's smoke coming out of Sainz's car, but just making sure Sainz doesn't accidentally hit somebody. There's... the Williams is on fire! Oh shit, that Williams is on fire! Okay. Oh my god. Yeah, Science was just saying it felt like the brakes were still braking, so I don't know if he's got some sort of brake failure or it was just a car sat on the grid for like even longer. Right, so we've got 10 minutes from now until the race starts again. Wow, that's a lot of smoke. So they were saying, I didn't see what happened with the Formula 2 race earlier. They're saying because of how hot the track's been, how hot the air is, there's been a lot of engine failure. With that in mind, the Mercedes engine's been struggling a bit this season. We've seen a couple of retirements because from the Williams, from Mercedes engine cars. I think Williams and Mercedes as well, right? I know this is a brake issue with Sainz, but Magnet, good to see you. Yeah. I know Ferrari have had a couple of problems with Austria in particular with engines, but I think one of the Mercedes cars, so maybe one of the Aston Martins, could end up going pop as well at some point. And good to see you as well. Mercedes better hope that their engine power units aren't like this next year. Toto was asked about that actually, and he was saying that there's a lot of preparations gone into the engine specifically for next season. So we'll see how that goes. So they've got 9 minutes to try and fix that issue with the brakes, but the heat going through the brakes means those rear tyres are going to get absolutely cooked, even with the ceramics that are being used in the other materials. Going the wheels and brakes with the fire extinguishers, but it's the exhaust blowing all the smoke now. That could be the condensation inside of the exhaust for that one. Williams mechanics have experience from last year. Yeah, Alpine have picked up the bill for that one now. Oh, right. So, with that in mind, with any... Yep, Science retiring. Being told to jump out the car. Oh, look at all the burn marks on the... on parts of that rear wing. James Foles just like, oh, I hope this isn't on Drive to Survive. Oh, man. Is that someone to ban on the YouTube side? I think it is. Anyways, go over my question from above. That's quite far up there, isn't it? Ah, okay, right, hang on. Let me sort out whatever's going on YouTube. So, yeah, we could ban that user. Hide user on this channel. There we go. Okay, cool. I'm only asking because Sean has mentioned us, coming around to his to watch it. You could literally walk home after the show. Oh, ooh. You know what? We went on a tangent over pizzas and costs, and I basically lost you to time. Fair. Getting eclipsed by a lot of viewers. New memeing coming. Yes. But thank you to the 40 plus at the moment who are on both sides. If that happens, Kingdom, then I'd do that. I'd do that. That'd be a good way to spend 3-4 hours. Spending time with friends. I could overlook a few things for that. No, I just got my account back. No, someone decided to post on my YouTube stream, but their account name is spam saying come follow me or come to my Odyssey dodgy website where it'll probably have like find random hot local singles in your area. Checked out the site, it's not legit. So, I mean, if I was to check the site, it probably wouldn't be legit. You've been spending 3 or 4 hours with Kingdom? Nothing wrong with that. Some banging burgers. I can't exactly quote the next part, so I'll send you a screenshot. Okay. Grazer. Next time I'm north of the border, spend a couple of hours with you, man. We could go watch stuff. Oh, that's the wrong place to put my phone. What's the screenshot? What? Oh, hang on 2 seconds. No, I just realised I just had my window open. I was about to say what I had to say that out loud. I realised I think my window's open. Oh, Jesus Christ. I had to close my window. Last time you came near my house, I was working when I just started a new job. Well, I'm due in Scotland next year. For Metallica. Booked that 2 months ago. Right, let me just, who's the new person with all those numbers just joined you? We're going to get a lot of people with a lot of numbers join the Discord, John. It's mainly for the race stuff, so I won't panic about it, to be honest. Let me just quickly... There's a lot of people in, so... Nah. Unless they physically start spamming. But it's nuts, because there's like 5 new people in the Discord, and none of them have been able to read simple instructions, so... I can't do it. So I don't know what I'll even be doing. It's fine. I'm just letting you know that next year I'll be in Scotland at some point. How long left, Grazer? Can't be too long now, surely. Sum up your feelings on the show at the end of the text. You know what? I was so distracted by laughing at someone's Ujima flip. If you... That message makes me sound... Oh, I can't say it out loud. Let me put my phone up here. Ah, right, so, speaking of phones, because I know what my ringtone is. I actually started that Persona game last night, and I fell asleep within 10 minutes. It's just like... So I've started it, but I haven't properly started it yet. But if Twitch end up doing one of their bounty things where... You know, with Honkai, where I had a whole thing where people could sign up to the game and stuff like that. If that happens, I will be right on it. So, delay creating your Persona game accounts if you're not really that interested, but are kind of interested in the game. And wait for me to get that sponsorship offer, and we'll smash out the game then. He knows it's because of the blood money. Yeah, okay. Any day now. 38 weeks and 4 days. Gonna love it and hate it, and love hating it, and lose hair real quick. How many of you got now, nicely? You're 4, right? Wait, you going to IRL Fortnite Fest next year? No. No, that no, it's just like, please, no, not another one. Right, let me just make sure I haven't missed anything on the text. Anyone who's new to the stream, welcome in. Hope you're all having fun. I hope you're enjoying all the live time in here. All the Twitch chat that's going on at the moment is at the bottom of the stream. Yes, it's chaotic. This is normal. We normally do a lot of sim racing stuff on this channel. On the Twitch side, we also add in pro wrestling, RPGs, a lot of different stuff on the Twitch. This is the first time I've done this, though, on YouTube. So if you like this, you like the human element, because I know there's a few people who do this sort of thing, they either have no camera or they just leave it running with the live time and don't talk. If you like the human element of it, feel free to subscribe to the channel. A lot of iRacing stuff goes on here, as well as some F1 manager stuff every now and then as well. I've just heard something go off. Yenny, thank you for the 45 biddies. But here we go, we're on the formation lap. I'm just making sure if Norris starts turning now. I think we're slightly in front, so I'm just going to go 30 seconds. Live timing, so in Discord and live timing is 30 seconds from IRL on the track. What I ask for the reactions is try not to react to anything until you see it happen on the live timing or you hear me react to it. That's all I ask for this, because there's a lot of people watching this in the same gap to it actually happening as me. So please respect that. Wait, you are a human? I thought you were AI. I'm powered by it sometimes, but... Carter's lucky it stops allowing the sale to go through on eBay. I only wanted 2. 5 out of 10 I rated Night of Champions yesterday. I've only watched little clips. I'm more stoked about the Julia championship win, but I'm biased. Okay, quickly everyone, give me your top 3. Give me your podium. I'm going Norris, Piastri, Hamilton. Science already out. Here we go. 4 lights, 5 lights, and go. And a decent start from Lando, and he blocks off the Ferrari. The Ferrari's still got that inside line, and Piastri's going to take the outside. Fantastic, and it's a McLaren 1-2. Piastri with a great amount of traction, but it looks like Piastri's going to go for a dive on Norris. No, Piastri's taking the outside line, Norris defending the inside. And a big dive and a lock-up from one of the Aston Martins, and Verstappen's out. Well, Verstappen's been spun. It was Antonelli, not one of the Aston Martins, who locked up. Antonelli locks up, Verstappen has been taken out the race. Meanwhile, George Russell on the outside of Hamilton. As they go into the infield of the race, it is Hamilton and George Russell neck and neck. Leclerc still in third position at the moment. Both of McLaren's going away. Verstappen is still stuck on turn 3 alongside Antonelli. And Hamilton, safety car is out. Jesus. It reminds me, I fed ChatGPT so much more about Kingdom Fuel promos. Nice. Oh man, oh wow, that is the first time Antonelli's out this season, and that front left, and that is Verstappen out as well. I thought that was an Aston Martin locking up there, so that would have been Alonso, so that's my mistake on that one. But Bortoleto losing 2 places, lost a place in front of him. Albon going up to 7th place. Oh, Albon, no, sorry, Gasly up 4 places, Albon up 5. Hajer down 3, Lawson down 3, so a horrible start for RB. Back to sim racing for Max, things you love to see. That's Anthony's 3rd DNF, is it? Who else has Anthony DNF'd? I thought that was his first, or was it sprint races? Max has got Antonelli in a chokehold and is rubbing his face in the kitty litter on the side. So let's have a look at the replay. If it was Antonelli went into Verstappen, or if it was like a chain reaction of everybody else sort of darting around and somebody else caught Verstappen. I have a feeling it was the second one. 2 mechanical DNFs in Imola. Okay, thank you. I told you Verstappen would have a good start. Everybody on that right-hand side, left-hand side, sorry, had a really good start. Hajer going well off there. Let's have a look at Norris. So Norris, Ferrari, ooh. There we go, covered the inside. And Piastri just took advantage of Leclerc just having to lift off a bit there. I thought Piastri was going to go for a dive there, but Norris decided to defend the inside. Just have a look. Oh, Antonelli completely missed the braking point. And that is all Antonelli's fault, that one.
I pressed the wrong button.
Yeah, Verstappen couldn't have gone really any more wide than that on that one.
Bitch.
Man. Still, yeah, even if he got caught out by everybody, yeah, that was still on him for that one. Oof, that's unlucky. Gotta always take it easy in lap one. Man, that sucks. Oh, so Mr. J, did you try it? Hey, Tasman. Yes, but I fell asleep after 10-15 minutes because I did it as I was going to bed. Right, safety car is ending. Hey, safety car is ending, but they're not particularly bunched up at the moment. Yeah, one of the RBs on the side, that must have been Lawson. Would explain why Lawson had three positions. He would have had to have dodged that one or come to a bit of a stop. But yeah, Gasly and Albon with a fantastic start. Gasly up to 6th place, Albon up to 7th. 4 and 5 places gained respectively. So at least with Albon back in the points now. Bit better for the Williams. The track is clear and Lando's started already. And here we go, back underway. Norris, Piastri, Leclerc, Hamilton, Russell, Gasly, your top 6. Albon, Bortoleto, Lawson and Alonso, your top 10. Still in the race, but behind Alonso, Colapinto, Behrman, Stroll, Ocon, Tsunoda, Hulkenberg and Hajer. Did you like it? I can't give an opinion on the first 10-15 minutes, unfortunately. Do you know what these games are like? They're very sort of like all tutorial stuff, so I'll wait till I'm properly in the game on that one. And the Alpina Colapinto. Oh, and George diving on the inside of Hamilton, and they keep it respectful. And funny enough, that corner, the amount of times Hamilton and George have been involved in any sort of like any sort of drama, usually with a Red Bull in that corner, and this year it's both of them with each other. There we go, Norris just there. I need to quickly update this. Looks like we've jumped up here. Yeah, the Haas and Colapinto, and would say that he got pushed up. The Haas got pushed off the track there. I didn't see if Colapinto was in front at the corner. As a unique camera angle. I do tell you what. I love the turn 3 camera. They've had it for years. Russell on the radio about Hamilton. At the moment, Norris. They're focusing on everybody else at the moment, focusing on Max walking back, but Norris and Piastri are only separated by half a second at the moment. Kimi keeping the helmet on at the moment. So Piastri going to be following Norris for a little bit. I don't think we'll get any sort of like... We know what the McLarens are like, or what the boss is like for McLaren. Now let them just race, so... Oh, the top-down shot at the top of the hill. I'll have to look out for that again, actually. But Austria's... They actually said before the race just how much the organisers at the Red Bull Ring, how much effort they've put into, like, the stands, and I presume all the cameras as well. Like, them coming up to the turn 3... Like... The chopper cams as well, just absolutely fantastic. Did you see the one at Monaco? It looked like a top-down, like Micro Machines sort of view, and Piastri having a look on the inside of Norris. This is good for Leclerc. Leclerc is about a second and a half behind at the moment, but if these two carry on having their fights at the moment... Regular announcers on vacation for this race. No, this is who they usually have, John, for Sky Sports F1. If you're watching Sky Sports F1. And I don't think this will end in tears, but I think we're going to see some really good racing now. Oscar Piastri with the fastest lap of the race, a 1 minute 9.34. Oh, he does the analysis, not... Oh, it isn't? I'm just so used to hearing his voice every bloody week. And there we go. First off-track violation is Ollie Behrman. The first of possibly many off-track violations. That would be the one where he was having the battle with the Alpine. Piastri's been told he's allowed to race him. Good. With Verstappen out, this is pretty much going to be a free one. Right, there we go, that's all there. No, it's Scruffy. Oh, Brundle, right. I think Brundle actually did some of the Formula 2 and Formula 3 races yesterday, actually. That's probably why I'm getting it confused. But yes, I am taking notes for my Wednesday commentary booth broadcast on the Backfire SimSport TV channel. BSTV in the Twitch chat, if you please. Right, Karen just letting people know about the situation with McLaren when it comes to pit stops. As Norris is in front, he gets the first pit stop. So Piastri might be looking at getting some racing done, trying to get in front. Then he gets the first pit stop. J1 racing announcer. Amazing. At the moment, as it stands, Norris and Piastri fighting it out. Piastri with DRS is about to get 3 DRS zones in a row here. Piastri starts at 0.9 seconds behind. And I tell you what, Norris is actually still fighting and keeping a good distance between him and Piastri. I feel this lap, Norris could possibly, unless any mistakes are made, boot Piastri out of that DRS zone. And 2 slightly different lines through turn number 3 there. Behind them, they have Leclerc and Hamilton. As Gasly gets past Bortoleto and regains that 7th place. Thank you, Tasman. Make sure I haven't missed any of the chat at all. So I've got the YouTube side up because I've got these random ESPN 2HD things coming up. I think that might be championship over for Max, and seeing his first big mistake in the race of the season as well. It was to say that I hate pack racing, but mini pack tracks put on a show with this car for real. Did you see the replays of the big one at Atlanta? No, I haven't. Feel free, nicely, if you have footage of it, feel free to chuck it in the IRL racing part of the Discord. So having a quick look, make sure I don't miss anything. Okay. I'll tell you what, Piastri's the amount I think I feel Norris might be over defending at the moment. Either that or Norris is losing. Piastri's going for it. 2 big cautions in the Cup race at Atlanta. Wait, they raced the Cups on Saturday instead of Sunday. Okay. Interesting. I'm going to take back what I said. I think Piastri's going to do... Oh! Norris with a mistake on the exit of turn 1. And this is going to be the moment for Piastri. Piastri going for the move. He's going to get it done before the corner. And they're still side by side. And Norris decides to take the wide line here. And an up and under from Norris. But I think Piastri's still going to have the DRS here. Notice Norris with DRS. Norris on the right-hand side is going to have that inside line going down the hill. He's going to keep that inside going. And they're both side by side. And Piastri's going to have a quicker wide line. Little bit of a lock-up from Piastri. And Norris successfully somehow gets away with that. But Piastri's going for a pass. Ooh! Norris on the outside line is going to have a bit more traction on the outside there, and Norris is still going at it. The people in the crowd in the orange are going absolutely nuts, whether that's McLaren or Netherlands, I don't know. Oh man, we have a race on our hands. This is the first time in ages we've had a ferocious battle for the lead. It's showing Stella in the screen right now, just like, please, for the love of God, do not crash. Oh, great racing at the moment. Leclerc and Hamilton, Russell still in 3rd, 4th, and 5th at the moment. Ocon, Behrman in the pits. Right, here we go. This is the move from Piastri. Piastri's going to dive it in here. I think Norris... I don't think Norris will defend the inside this time, because it really messed up his following corners. And nope, I think Piastri is just going to give it a lap or 2, charge up the battery, and he's probably going to go for it again after that. Oh man, good race so far. Good race, and Gabriel Bortoleto still fighting with Gasly. Bortoleto and Gasly having a hell of a race at the moment. Great driving from Bortoleto, but they're still both side by side going into turn number 2. And Bortoleto gets the move done. Great driving from Bortoleto at the moment. Very good case for Bortoleto to get a 7th, 8th, or a 9th today, I think. Hajer pitted as well, good spot. Yep. Behrman going over to the hards, and... Oh no, sorry. Wait, hang on. Oh, right. Saying Hajer pit after 2 laps, is that right? Oh, he must have done it on the safety car, of course. Yeah, we've been joining the safety car for Hajer. Okay, yeah, and then Behrman after 11 laps on the softs then went in and pit for that one. Yeah, thank you, Kingdom. I had a feeling. I was just really confused there and got the tyre order on the live time in the wrong way round. There we go. Leclerc, a place down from the start, 4.5 seconds behind Piastri. Hamilton nearly 5 seconds behind Leclerc, and has George Russell just over 3 seconds behind him there. Then we got Albon, Bortoleto, Lawson, Alonso within Lawson's DRS zone in 9th, and Ocon occupying the last of those points positions. But Ocon does have a DRS train behind him, which could be why a few people have jumped out of that DRS train to get their pit stops in. Has you heard that Nancy clashed with and not Lawson? Okay, that would probably make sense actually. That wrecked wiped out pretty much every fan bracket. Oh really? Yeah, I saw that fan bracket actually. Is that just similar to like football tournaments where people just guess the whole bracket of who's going to beat who and stuff like that? Like a cup, like a football cup competition in the middle of a league season. Kinda, yeah. Okay. There you go, Behrman going for an up and under. Just showing the replay of Behrman on the Alpine. That would be Colapinto, I think. And good overtake from Behrman. Kinda, yeah. Oh, here it is, Piastri! Oh, you know, I'm glad Piastri didn't make that move, but now Norris is in trouble here. Piastri will want to try and pass Norris as late as possible before turn 3 so that he still has DRS. And Piastri, no, Piastri is setting himself up. This has to be it now. Piastri is just going to have such a better line out. Oh, I don't know. He's getting a lot here. It's going to be some dive if he does it here. Norris covering. Piastri, meanwhile, just setting himself up for a great turn 4. Really good there. Norris actually has an off-track. Well, when was that? Last corner. Norris got a off-track violation there. They seeded it all kinds of weird, but it's a cool idea. It's hard to do head-to-head stuff in racing. Yeah, I agree. Used to find so much and still pulling away from Leclerc. Scary, isn't it? There was just something about Canada. The McLarens just... Something about the car just did not like at all. But here at Red Bull Ring, it's night and day difference with how good the car is compared to everybody else's at the moment. I'm kind of hoping, though, that with these two McLarens fighting each other like this, that it actually starts to grain their tyres a bit more. I mean, the engineers must think it's a safe two-stop strategy or something like that. Like a really safe strategy that they can burn and wear down the tyres as much as they're probably going to be wearing them down with the fights. Charles being told... Charles being told to lift and coast. Are they going to try a one-stopper or something like that with Ferrari? What? Ooh, yeah, it's just watching... Oh, wow. It's just showing how bad the off-track was for Lando. What team am I rooting for? The team one's a hard one, to be honest. It's more drivers. I'm very flag wankery when it comes to the drivers. Like I'm mainly there for the British drivers, and have been for years. But I sort of enjoy F1 more for just F1 in particular. It's not like football and rugby. I've got my own teams and stuff like that. Which driver? See, through the years, I've stuck with Hamilton. I quite like Piastri as well, just because every interview that I've seen Piastri have, like Piastri's just got that real sort of like cool, calm collectedness. Piastri doesn't really show his hand much if he's nervous or not, and I quite like that about him. Russell, I like how Russell the last couple of seasons has tried to... He's overly nice on the interviews, but you can tell he does it on purpose because he knows it annoys the other drivers. Just give a man a name? No, because I've got to explain it. I'll go, ooh. And Yuki, for who I think is going to drive for next season. A bit of front wing damage there, but he did technically push him off a track there. He should really give a position back to Tsunoda on that one, but absolute nightmare for Williams. Oh crap, yeah, I've just seen that Albon's just been put out there. Yeah, that'll be Williams going back home and getting ready for Silverstone. Williams, what you doing, baby girl? What? Yeah, I'll probably say overall for driver it's Hamilton at the moment. With like the usual Russell, Norris, Behrman trilogy behind. Piastri's up there though, just because my favourite ever drivers like Hakkinen and Raikkonen, and Piastri's sort of got very little traits of that cool, calm collectiveness. Favourite track? I like Interlagos. I think the Brazilian Grand Prix is a fantastic track. Not just for Formula 1, but any like on the racing sims and stuff like that. Anything I've driven on Interlagos has always been a lot of fun. I think it's fantastic for hot lapping. I think the racing on there is absolutely brilliant. I like tracks like in Galagos where certain corners you can take more than one line through there, and it's a really good racing track. What's yours? And what's everyone else's favourite track as well? Doesn't have to be F1 centred. So if one of you want to say Bristol, you can. Or the Lady in Black, Darlington. Nice on the radio. Probably been told to box. So Norris basically been told, if Oscar passes you, you don't pit first. If he pits now, they'll get him out in front of Bortoleto. Favorite track? I like Mexico a lot. I like the final sector of Mexico. Just I like the tracks, parts of tracks which have like a big stadium sections. And that stadium section of Mexico is beautiful. I love it. I watched bits of the NASCAR Cup race that was there recently, and it looked great. It looked fantastic. Good morning, Orbit. How we doing? Yeah, what's everyone else's favourite track? Oh! Oh! And Piastri locked up with a dive on the inside and nearly accidentally tagged Norris. Oh! I just saw that out of the corner of my eye as I was just chatting you there. See us there. Norris has been told to box now. Right. Norris being told to box now. Probably so they can get Piastri in as soon as possible, because Piastri's going to have a small spot on the tyres there. So Norris's pit stop, I think, is still being dictated by Oscar there, just because of that mistake. Here we go. And how's the pit stop? Ooh, that's not a quick 3.1 seconds. If Piastri comes in this lap, I have a feeling Piastri is going to be... I think Piastri is going to end up in front of Norris. But Norris gets out in front of Bortoleto just... Hey, Naps, good to see you. My favourite track is the one I'm currently on. Which one are you currently on? Non-F1 track, which is my favourite, would probably be, as I'm waiting for... Oh, so Piastri, looks like Piastri isn't going in straight away, but it's just showing the back view of Norris as Piastri got that lockup going. And geez, I bet he clenched there. Not driving yet today. Just saw that Verstappen is out. Yeah. Verstappen got taken out by Antonelli, locking up and missing a breaking point. Oh, we didn't stay collector. Good to see you, man. Good to see everyone. We've got over 30 people on Twitch and YouTube at the moment. Where was I? Yeah, favourite track that's not in Formula 1 is a difficult one. Conflicted between Donington and Brands Hatch. Oh, or Thruxton. Oh, see, I love I'm gonna go with Thruxton, I think. Thruxton's my favourite non-Formula 1 track. And Hulkenberg overtaking Behrman. Cheers, nicely. What we'll do, we'll show that after the F1. Actually, I've got to be careful because I've done this before, and because I showed it, it ended up demonetizing my whole stream. So maybe I'll watch it in private. GG's on the catch, nicely, Magnet. I'm going to need to bottle opener 2 seconds. Tell you what, if I miss a crash, I'm going to go nuts. Just share the link in chat. You can share the link in chat if you want. you've got the VIP and you're subbed, so you can share links. Right, that's in. That's in. Yeah, we have 20 plus people watching on YouTube right now. We have 20 plus people watching on Twitch. I do ask, if you're watching on the YouTube, put a thumbs up on the stream. The more thumbs ups on the YouTube stream, the better. Feel free to subscribe as well, because we do a lot of sim racing content, which I think if you enjoy Formula 1, you'll enjoy the sim racing content. No, I'll wait till you watch it. Okay. Borsaletta are having a fantastic race at the moment, by the way. However, after a pit stop, he is behind quite a lot of people who, not all of them were in front of him. Was Hajer in front of Borsaletta before then? He said Oscar's pace isn't picking up, so that's going to be good for Lando. If we have a look at the difference in laps, yeah, Piastri's like a second off per lap, so Norris, this is going to be easy for Norris. Piastri's been told to box this lap. So I think Piastri's going to be... Norris is going to be well in front of Piastri on this one. Norris is 16 seconds, so it'll be 4 seconds. But luckily, when Piastri's out, he should be well in front of Lawson. And Alonso is still but currently battling for that 5th place at the moment. Oh, that's a 3.4, so that's an even longer stop than Lando. 3 tenths, I think 3 tenths slower. McLaren getting a bit lax with that pit stop there. Leclerc in the lead of the Grand Prix at the moment. Hamilton just behind. Say just behind is a good 3 seconds at the moment. And we've got a bit of a DRS train after Stroll at the moment, and another one behind Gasly. Another front left. Right, what is going on with that? They're very fortunate that Antonelli and Verstappen are out at the moment. They've only got a Ferrari to worry about at the moment. Leclerc's actually going in now, which means Hamilton's going to lead a lap of the Grand Prix unless Leclerc activates. So Ferrari much better with the pit stops. That's 2.3. So Ferrari gaining a second on the McLaren there. Not seeing anything with Hamilton being told to box yet. Oh, Borsaletto has been told by his teammates, by his team, that he's going to be able to get past Hulkenberg if he gets within DRS. What's the fastest pit stop ever? The speed of them these days, I can't even make sense of. I think I'm sure it's 1.8, and it was done by either Red Bull or McLaren. I will have to Google this one.
Say hello to a new subscriber.
Oh.
481,000 just subscribed for 97 months. Smile. It's Sunday.
It is. Or maybe I can't smile because I know tomorrow's Monday. Yeah, now that they don't fuel up, 1.80 seconds by McLaren in 2023 in Qatar. $97 months subscribed on Twitch, and that's and That's 97 months in a row, by the way. Full rate. Thank you so much, man. How are you today? I hope you're good. Creed, F a Monday. Guys, if you're not following Full Rate on Twitch, make sure that you do. His link's on the top of the chat now, so there you go. You got yourself a no excuse. Watching GT races and their minutes long pit stops. It's insane to see F1 again. But yeah, now that F1 cars don't refuel, the pit stops are literally... Oh, and the Alpine... Up and unders the Alpine just gets past Gasly. That's a very uncharacteristic error by Gasly, and Bortoleto back in the points positions and still within the DRS zone of his teammate Hulkenberg. So Piastri being told no more overtakes like that into turn 4 where he locked up a wheel. Unless you're absolutely sure you're going to get the move done. If they don't refuel, how did that go? They filled a tank to the brim from the start, and they have to manage the fuel through the race. How long is 97 months? Sucks so much they don't need to add fuel. Yet you're still here. And you still brought F1 Manager. 8 years, 1 month. That is insane. Thank you. Thanks, Snaps. Yeah, so I think it started because of... So, you know, you get in IndyCar every now and then. I think it happened in NASCAR last season. A refueling fire. I know it definitely happened at the Indy 500. There was a refueling fire incident there. And it happened in F1. So the FIA just straight away put a ban on refueling for the Formula 1 cars. And whatever you have at the start... you make that last until the end, which is why whenever like a safety car goes on or something like that, it gives the teams a lot more fuel that they can burn at the end of the race. Oh, was it last night as well, Patch? Wow, I did not know that. It happens very regularly in NASCAR. So what measures have NASCAR took to... Ooh, and the Ferrari, they're getting squeezed. Hamilton trying to get past Lawson. He takes the outside line and wow, great pace and traction from Lewis there. A lot of times they just drive away and it's fine. Okay, NASCAR's different for most part. I don't remember the last real big fuel fire in NASCAR, to be honest. Right, okay. Is it, what fuel does NASCAR use these days? Is it similar to Indy cars? Ethanol? Fire isn't off the exhaust, it's off the heat generated by the tyres. It's Suzuka fuel, not race fuel. Suzuka fuel. Okay. They have those, oh shit, that's hot suits on, yeah. Yeah, you'd be shocked how thick those suits are. It's still pretty high octane though. Gasly complaining that he feels like he's going to be spinning every single corner. Gasly at the moment in 10th place has lost nearly 2.5 seconds to Hulkenberg, who has let Bortoleto through. Ooh, and Tsunoda working his way up, or trying to work his way up. Tsunoda not having a good race at all. The only reason he's up 4 places is because 3 of the cars that were in front of him have retired. Oh, and Tsunoda getting really tight, and there's contact with Tsunoda and the Alpine. Oh, Tsunoda, what have you done? Oh, Yuki. That's twice now Yuki is... hit someone on that front left side. I'll need to have a look from Yuki's onboard, but it looked like Yuki sort of went out a bit too much there. I think Yuki was given enough room. New front wing. It's going to be a long stop for Yuki. New medium tyres as well. Yeah, Yuki's really struggling in that Red Bull. It'd be interesting to see how many points Yuki would have this season if he was still in the RB. But we all pushed for him to get that Red Bull spot. We all bayed for Lawson's blood, and we were wrong. Like that second Red Bull car is a pig, absolute pig. Still pretty high octane though. 98 octane unleaded fuel blend. I'm not too genned up on octanes. I know over here for fuel, I think we got 90 for unleaded. It's, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's 95 and 97 octane. 97 is the old one, and 97 is the premium one that we have here. Also, fuel is gravity fed. Yeah, it's those big sort of like red cans, isn't it? So when fuel spills, it's usually the last few drops. It's not getting pressure pumped out like they use a can in NASCAR. Passenger cars have a 87. A cruise, that's a curse, that second Red Bull seat. That car and God wouldn't get along. It's like driving the car named Christine from the movies. Car named Christine? Is that the one that killed people? Like that had a mind of its own? Or am I thinking of a completely different film where the cars went against people and it looked like it was on a movie that borrowed the set of Tremors or something like that? Is that actually it? Oh wow, I can't believe I got that right. It's like a trailer park or something like that, and the cars are like controlled by aliens or something like that. Wow, I am shocked I got that. Both Habits seemed to burn their tyres out last night, finished 2nd and 4th. That's also... He did more than one killing car movie? Maximum Overdrive, what movie? Miss Morrigan. Oh, Morrigan, how we doing? I think she was a 50... Oh, right, so that's a singular car. The one I'm thinking of is... There's like a load of trucks and stuff like that, which had a mind of their own or something. And all these people were sort of trapped in this sort of like service compound or something. It was honestly one of the worst films I've ever seen, but I couldn't keep my eyes off it. Right, Alonso in the pits. Alonso had been behind Lawson quite a bit during this race. When you think, oh, the one I'm thinking of is Maximum Overdrive. It's awful but funny. I have to quickly look this up because I want to double, triple check. What do you call it? Maximum Overdrive. I don't remember that mask in it though. Oh, I think it was a different one I saw. I could be wrong though. I don't have time. Man gets killed by a can machine. Yeah, there's if you see a slight horror film on TV, you know most of the time it's going to be from a Stephen King novel. Never heard of killer car movies until now. I've only seen movies where the cars become friends with the drivers or kids. Oh, of course. And the first one I saw is Fender Bender from 2016. Stephen King. Maximum Overdrive is in there. There's Christine's in there. I may have just accidentally watched some cheap B movie or something. It's Chrysler, not a Chevy. Search for a movie called Rubber. You'll be shocked at the levels some studios go when a rubber tyre is killing people. You think McLaren is trying to make Lando calm down by letting him win a race? Naps, the start of this race was Piastri versus Norris, like back and forth on some laps. Like Piastri and Norris have really like fought and defended each other this race. It's not until like the first pit stop where it finally calmed down. McLaren have a rule at the moment where whoever's in first place out of their two cars gets priority on the pit stop. Norris got priority and decided to do his first after Piastri nearly locked up and took him out. And then just since then, it's been more it's been more Norris since then. Both McLarens though have had really bad pit stops, but Verstappen is out. Antonelli is out after a collision on lap 1. Patrick, thanks so much for the follow, man. Rubber is one of the funniest movies I've seen. Rubber is amazing. I think I did not realise this movie had a fan base. What a great day for Willie. Oh, wait. Man, what a shit show day, wasn't it? And Albon had a really good start as well. Like Albon took advantage along with, was it Gasly as well? I think it was Gasly and Albon like went up 5 and 4 places and it looked rosy for him. Yuki has a penalty. 10-second time penalty for Yuki, causing a collision. I'll be honest, I'm not surprised, really. Yuki is just struggling. I hope he leaves Red Bull at the end of the season, just for his own sanity. Like, the pressure on Yuki at the moment must be absolutely insane. But at the moment, after Norris and Piastri in first and second, we've got Leclerc, Hamilton, Russell as your rest of your top 5. Bortoletto and Hulkenberg in the Kick Saubers in 6th and 7th. Then in 8th and 9th is the Haas, and I was about to say 10th and 11th it's the RB, but that's not the case. So both Haas's and both Kick Saubers both having a good race at the moment. If everything stays as it is, the Kick Sauber actually jumps 3 places and goes to 6th in the Constructors. Yuki will be driving IndyCar. I really think Yuki, if Aston Martin don't get Max, they will get Yuki. Bortoletto in my fantasy team is great moves, but how long has he been in your fantasy team for? If he's been there since the start of the season, then... Favourite non-F1 motorsport? British Touring Car Championship. Yeah, touring cars. 100% touring cars. So much that in iRacing, I race touring cars, mainly. Rocket League, wow. Wow. Yeah, British Touring Car Championship. Though I do quite like WEC. I like watching the highlights of WEC. IndyCar I sort of watched in the 90s alongside F1 as well. So that'll always be there too. Hulkenberg has always been in. I moved Bortoletto in this week. Wow. Great, yeah, great move then. And Sauber as well. What? You ever go do a British Touring Car Championship watch along? No. Surprisingly, BTCC, I think it's live on one channel in this country, but it's live on YouTube for everybody else internationally on YouTube. Plus, when British Touring Car Championship's on, there's usually either F1 on going on at the same time, or I'm doing my own races on iRacing. It is ITV4. I thought it was ITV4. Maybe one day, but I wouldn't have all this stuff up. I don't think there's any big live timing with touring cars. I'll actually be there live when they next come to Silverstone. I'll be there, so I might do an IRL stream that day. We'll see. I'll be there for the whole weekend. Not camping, but I'll be driving in and out. It's next weekend. Well, there we go. I'm at Silverstone next weekend then. I just bought the ticket. I was just like, I'm just going to get the ticket. Well, I'm going to have to plan next weekend streams then. It's okay, there's no IMPC, so I won't be missing out on iRacing. I'll have to get another video recorded on Thursday or something and release that on YouTube and Twitch. YouTube on a Saturday or a Sunday. Oh, no, wait, next weekend's Grand Prix at Silverstone. I'm on about the British Touring Cars, so no, it's not next week. It's Silverstone for the Grand Prix next weekend, isn't it? Yeah, sorry, I confused myself there. And it's just watching, the race has calmed down a bit now. There's only 16 runners at the moment. I'll go to, MIS. Which one's MIS again? Milwaukee? No. Martinsville? Michigan. Silverstone is September the 25th. Oh, I've got ages left until touring cars then. Michigan. I struggle with abbreviations of American racetracks, guys. I used to go to MIS by myself to see IndyCar. I remember the old Papia. Papyrus, whatever the company's name is. Remember that old IndyCar game from like 94, 95? Michigan was always one of my favourite tracks on there. And I think it was Detroit as well. Was a really good circuit on there. And Vancouver. Vancouver was brilliant. I still remember the track layout of Vancouver from that video game from the 90s in my head. That's the one. Thank you, Patrick. Perfect. I need to show you something. It's like driving through a forest and then all of a sudden these giant grandstands. Old school Hockenheim. What have you sent me? Jesus Christ, that looks like a Willy but smaller. Bloody hell. That second image though is that's a shirt. Two different prompts, one of them could be better, but I was seriously... The second one, I think the second one looks fantastic. For what it is. Giant grandstands, driving through a forest. Strawberry shakes today for dinner. Oh, didn't you have that yesterday? Where's my keys? I need a bottle opener. Fucking hell. F1 man. Am I streaming under F1 Manager? Piastri, 3.2 seconds. And Piastri is catching Lando very slightly. Yes, I am. Well, I'm not going to change it now because it's a short stream today. I've got a track guide I need to get on YouTube at some point today. Plus F1 movie tonight. We'll see how it is. I'll give you good feedback on it. Hulkenberg in the pits. We're going to be switching to fucking Bournemouth, man. I was going to, but decided it would be better today. Yeah, I'm going to go have a Popeyes. Because I've never had a Popeyes. I'm going to go to the cinema, have a Popeyes beforehand. And then afterwards I might grab something so I can have it for lunch tomorrow. Is it real F1 fans to watch the movie with a pinch of salt? Yeah, like I'm going to be watching the movie as if I'm watching Days of Thunder rather than watching a documentary. That's how you have to approach this movie. I'm well I know how I need to go and watch that movie. Yeah, I'm not going to take it seriously. I'm literally going to watch it for fun. Like, it's a movie. It's got Brad Pitt in it. It's not going to be like completely true to how F1 cars actually run, you know. At the moment, it's still Norris in lead with Piastri in second. Piastri with fastest lap of the race, a 1:9.196. Leclerc with that final podium step and Hamilton in fourth. Hamilton 5.5 seconds behind his teammate, and then they got a big 20-second gap to Russell. Russell just chilling where he is. Bortoleto though, if Bortoleto doesn't get driver of the day, then further proof that the driver of the day vote should just go. It should just be scrapped. So Ocon behind him. I mean, Ocon's got a shout. 10 positions up at the moment as well. But I mean, we do have another load of pit stops to go with Hager, Hulkenberg both already pitting. Alonso back in the DRS zone of Lawson. Days of Thunder 2. There's not a Days of Thunder 2, is there? And that should be the ads done, so welcome back those who had ads. If you have Twitch Prime and you're not using it on anybody, you're more than welcome to use it here. Does mean you will have adless viewing. You will also have access to a load of emotes as well. On the YouTube side, I now have memberships open, so if you fancy subscribing or becoming a channel member, there's options to do that on YouTube as well. There will be. Tom really wants to make it. NASCAR even approved Tom to run ARCA next year at Daytona. Okay. We'll have to have Frankie Muniz in the movie at some point as well. Interview with Antonelli. That's what a lot of people said. We live in a world where there's a Titanic 2. The news, when they were looking for that sub, does not count as Titanic 2. If a movie is just another chance for Stroll to take out Brad Pitt without fear of discipline from the FIA. Is an actor and a racer. Perfect for it. I swear there's another actor who races as well in one of the NASCAR or ARCA series. What series does Frankie Muniz race in now? I know he did ARCA. Has he gone up to Trucks or Xfinity at all? Chase poor taste aside, there is a Titanic 2 movie. Talking about the YouTuber? Possibly. Patrick Dempsey? Frankie Muniz is in Trucks for NASCAR. Good shit, man. Anyone who's telling him what to do is just like, you're not the boss of me now. And just going for it. Love to see it. Love to see it. Why are you all groaning? Why are you groaning? Cletus McFarlane races some ARCA races. I really don't want to click this. What? 2010 disaster movie. Despite the title, it is not a sequel to the 1997 critically acclaimed film. It is a mockbuster of it. The film is set on a fictional replica Titanic that sets off exactly 100 years after the original ship's maiden voyage to perform the reverse route. But global warming and forces of nature cause history to repeat itself on the same night, only on a more disastrous and deadly scale. That sounds like an absolutely ridiculous movie. YouTubers Cletus. Jay, you're not a dad, don't make jokes like that. Go get that bottle opener. Oh! Oh! Leclerc there, just jumping. Oh, it's Hamilton, sorry. Oh, Hamilton just drove straight off the track there. I think it's Piastri probably going to be taking it too wide. Yeah, even Piastri going wide on that one. At the moment, Behrman has the most off-track violations with 2. Norris with 1, Alonso with 1. We're just watching what happens with the Ferrari. Oh. Yeah, just oversteer for Hamilton then. No damage. I don't really see the underfloor hitting the ground either for Hamilton, so lucky with that one. Remember how one of the original... Oh, Behrman getting a move done on that Stroll there. Remember how one of the original Transformer toys was just a fully licensed F1 car? Is that quite recent? I don't remember that off the top of my head. Anyway, keys. I need my keys. Where's my keys? Alicia. Wait, you're saying I can't make dad jokes? Fucking hell. Life is unfair. Oh, from the 1980s. Ah, okay. No, I didn't know that. Ferrari on the ball today with the pit stops, 2.4 seconds. Is the giant test one? Okay. Look forward to the new Malcolm in the Middle episodes they're making. What? Wait. Serious? Oh yeah, no, I did hear about that actually. Yes, sorry, I did hear about that. But the actor who plays as Dewey is the only one that's not in it, right? Didn't want to do it. Oh, someone nearly got aired in the kick. Bortoleto, 2 Yo, come on, Bortoleto. Could be DRS here for Piastri. Hamilton doesn't want to stop. He's been told to stop. Hamilton trying to extend his stint, and if we end up getting a safety car or virtual safety car in the next 2-3 laps, then he's really going to be cursing that one. It'll be a few episodes long, based on the parents' wedding anniversary or something. Okay. Right. Okay. Does Fred Vasseur leave or get axed from Ferrari at the end of the year? I think he'll stay. I honestly think he will stay. If Ferrari keep constantly changing all the personnel around, it's like, look at football managers. You know, just if it's constantly like changing everything about, then you'll never be able to get into a rhythm. At the moment, Ferrari, after today's race, will be back up into second place. Norris saying this is the Germany situation. Norris in front of Piastri by 3.9 seconds. So Lawson, Alonso and both the McLarens, as well as Stroll, are the last ones who need to pit. 19 laps left. But Lawson and Alonso are actually on hard tyres, so they might stretch that out until the end of the race. Russell is catching up to Alonso, though, 1.3 seconds behind. Oh, no, there we go. Norris in. And I presume they're going to do the same with Piastri, because they're... Norris 37 seconds in front of Leclerc. $15 points over Rossi in the driver standings if results hold. Yeah, it looks pretty comfy for Norris. The only thing that will change everything is if in the next 30 seconds there is a virtual safety car. So that means Piastri's going to have a really good pit stop, and Norris could be having a drag race with one of the Red Bulls here. Tsunoda. Didn't see what the McLaren pit stop was. What was the McLaren pit stop there? 216 to 201. Yeah, it should go back to that once Piastri goes in as well. Now, Lawson and Alonso, lap time wise, are running half a second, about around half a second slower than Russell per lap. And Russell's right behind him now. Russell's just got to try and sort of use that DRS to an advantage and outmaneuver Alonso and Lawson. Just watching Piastri on that pit stop. A quick pit stop from Piastri. A 2-second pit stop from Piastri. Much better from him. After the last race is only 15 points behind. Prediction for the rest of the year in F1. Title will come down to the last race and will end like Prost versus Senna. Could you... And both those drivers are contracted next season as well. Oh, and Tsunoda. Oh, Jesus, and Tsunoda. Colapinto didn't realise there was a McLaren by the side of him. Oh my God, Colapinto. Jesus Christ, oops. Oh, that I honestly, I don't think Colapinto even knew he was there. Even if he was defending against somebody there, he shouldn't have been pushing off that much. Wow. Man, that was... that was close. Force another drive off the track. That's going to be a 5-second penalty for Colapinto, I think. Welcome back, Guy. What is the red on Yuki's name? Which red are we on about? On... Oh, let me have a look at my... As in these here? Those bits there? Or is there more red on Yuki's name somewhere? Oh, sorry. You're on about on the actual broadcast. Means he's got a penalty. What did I miss? Nearly missed Piastri taking out Norris for a fight for the year, fight for the lead. Verstappen got taken out by Antonelli on lap 1. Yeah. Yellow means that it's investigation under control, under investigation. A incident under investigation. Missed everything. Yeah, unless there's late drama, I think the race is going to finish how you see it. Though, Bortoleto in 9th place, chasing down Hager, Alonso and Lawson. The kick Saubers have been incredible. Right, Bortoleto is a second and a half. A lap quicker than Hager, Alonso in front. Russell actually managed to get past Alonso and Lawson in the end. Brake problems before the start. Yeah, Sainz's car set on fire. Yeah, 2 Saubers and 2 Haas right behind, so I feel Hager's going to end up losing that position. Ocon sets a personal best and Bortoleto gets past. Hey Andy, good to see you, man. So yeah, it's looking like a double points finish for the Sauber, which I can't remember the last time I said double points finish for Alfa Romeo or Sauber. Team RB. I think Hagier's gonna get caught up by Ocon and Behrman, to be honest. I don't think RB are gonna get double points. Though, I think it might be possible that Bortoletto might be able to catch up to Alonso. Double points for Sauber is at 2001 again. Got a hospital appointment tomorrow and it's going to be hot, so fun times. Oof. Yeah, I feel you on that one. Right, someone just got a 5-second penalty. Colapinto, 5-second penalty. No, Sauber was 90s. Sauber had Ford engines, I think, during the 90s. I'm trying to... Oh, James, outside North Carolina. Wow. No, Sauber were in it during the 90s. I'm sure they were. Sauber Motorsport. Hydefield. I keep thinking Benetton for some reason, but I don't want to commit to that. See if there's like a... Okay, so... So yeah, it was Ford engines. They had Heinz-Harald Frentzen. They had Frentzen in the team with Johnny Herbert in '96. With the C15, Red Bull, Sauber, Ford. With Johnny Herbert as well. Fontana, Giorno Lacey in '98 with Johnny Herbert. Then they had Pedro Diniz and Giorno Lacey in '99. And they became Sauber Petronas in '97. I love Frentzen. Frentzen's great. I follow Frentzen on Twitter, and he puts out a lot of behind the scenes, his opinion on stuff, and whenever someone puts an old photo of him or him in the car, he'll explain what they were doing that day. Like for F1 fans, Frentzen's Twitter account is a must follow. I think even Villeneuve. I don't see Villeneuve on there. They've got like JJ Leto and Weddinger, Carl Weddinger in '93. Yes, they did have Kimi Raikkonen. They had him alongside Nick Heidfeld in 2001. Then Felipe Massa as well in 2022. Sauber Petronas until 2005 when they have Jacques Villeneuve and Felipe Massa. So yeah, they had Giancarlo Fisichella as well. 2006 they became BMW Sauber with Villeneuve, Kubica and Heidfeld. Without Photos races recall. Yeah. Yes. Is it F1's Mark Martin? Yeah, he does exactly the same as what Mark Martin does then. 10 laps to go. Norris, Piastri, Leclerc, your podium positions. Yeah, it was 3.5 seconds. It's now 2.1. I have a feeling as Piastri sets the fastest lap of the race. Oh, last lap was his fastest lap of the race. 1 minute 7.9. Norris is in trouble here. Especially as Piastri pulled in by half a second. 10 laps to go. I'm pretty sure Piastri now has DRS as well after that late pass of the back marker. No, he doesn't. Never mind. Now they're sponsored by a questionable streaming platform. Yes, but not by choice. They're originally supposed to be sponsored by Stake, but there's some rules with F1, including gambling, sponsorships, and team names. So it was going to be Stake, and I think it was Stake for a couple of races at the start of last season before they were forced to change it to kick. Yeah, BMW went to BMW Sauber F1 team, the BMW engines, and then they went to Ferrari engines for a year in 2010 when they had Kobayashi, De La Rosa, and Heidfeld. Then Sauber F1 team again in 2011 with Ferrari engines, with Kobayashi, Sergio Perez in 2011, by the way, and Pedro De La Rosa in the Pirelli era. And they carried on being Sauber until 2018 when they became Alfa Romeo Sauber, and that's when they had Marcus Ericsson and Charles Leclerc. Low stakes. To be honest, it's still stake essentially, but I guess they changed it to keep people happy. They changed it because it was it was either F1 or it was FIA laws. Like you won't see a Marlboro McLaren ever again, sort of thing. But yeah, Kick is owned by Stake, so it is still Stake until next year. Is it next year? It is next year, isn't it? Next year it becomes Audi. It's Audi F1 next year. It'll be the end of Sauber in Formula 1. Also next year, Cadillac. Insert Electric Callboy. Or guitar guy singing the lyrics to the song any second now. I'm driving in my Cadillac. I don't want to give it back. Nah, Twitch will never do it. Twitch is owned by Amazon anyway. Amazon don't have... the only thing Amazon, I think, have involvement with is AWS, the servers, and the timing. Yeah, there we go. Literally, as soon as I said that, powered by AWS. The battle between Fernando Alonso and Gabriel Bortoleto. It's only 5.2 seconds. Bortoleto is chasing down Alonso. Possibly Perez, driver one for Cadillac. So, Cadillac's options, I think Perez is a cert and a shoo-in for Cadillac. I think that's like the worst kept secret in the world right now. Perez will be driving for Cadillac next season. Bottas is a strong favourite for the second driver, as well as Felipe Drugovich, as well as Zhou Guanyu, as well as Mick Schumacher. I think out of Schumacher and Zhou is the favourite out of those two, mainly because it's Ferrari engines. So Ferrari might be like, look, you got Perez, chuck Zhou in there. Zhou's good. He's done all the reserve driving for us this season. He's probably done a couple of tests. We'll do a couple of tests at some point as well. Danny Rick was approached, but reports saying he's doesn't see himself having a career in F1 anymore. Magnussen contracted with BMW with WEC, so would probably break that contract to come back into F1 because it's so much more money. But driving in for BMW and WEC must be such a much better schedule. Much better schedule. Yeah, nice with a slight wing problem, but Piastri is still... Piastri has DRS here, by the way. Oh dear. Right. 6 laps to go. Norris versus Piastri. Piastri who is catching every single lap. Just shout a name in chat. Who is winning this race? Norris or Piastri? By the way, Hagier out of the top 10 now. Bortoleto, Hulkenberg and Ocon all getting past Hagier. I think Piastri's going to do him. But it's going to be so... I reckon this... I think this will get decided with less than 2 laps left. If Norris loses, it's Jay's fault. Okay, so that's me and Ant on Piastri. Patrick on Norris, John on Norris. Anyone else? Anyone on the YouTube side want to I don't shout. Norris is king today. Naps for Norris as well. Or Norris will take both out. Well, early in the race, Piastri nearly took them both out. Piastri's easy dub. So that's 3-3 at the moment. In fact, I'm going to put it on the Twitch vote. Quick. Where's my bloody screen? Right, there's going to be a poll at the top of the stream. You have 1 minute to vote at the top of the Twitch chat. Norris or Piastri at the top of the Twitch chat. Get your votes in now. Because I know not everyone wants to chat in the chat, and that's absolutely fine. You can do whatever you want. If you want to lurk on any streams that I do, that's absolutely fine. I don't mind. Why can't I put Stroll between the McLarens just for fun? Why do you want a chair for win? We'll do a Merc at Spain and Piastri will take Norris out and the chair will win. Except for manager and you're the manager. Happier rules. There's a lot of traffic in front of Norris, by the way. Look at all that traffic in front of Norris and Piastri, by the way. Ferrari first in WEC. Yeah, the bop in WEC is ridiculous at the moment. Oh, the drivers from Ferrari are just that good. I'll let you lot decide on that one. Oh, Bortoleto versus Fernando Alonso. Oh, I thought Bortoleto was going to do it there into turn 3. So, wow. 4-4 on the votes right now. So, chat on Twitch reckons that they're split between whether Norris or Piastri is getting this win. Once again, if you're on the YouTube side, be sure to subscribe to the channel. If you enjoy me doing this on YouTube as well, and you want to see more of me doing it, because it's more of a human element, and someone actually talking and chatting along with you while watching it, then, yeah, let me know.
The whole Thursday, we've been answering this.
Will it be weird facts with Guitar Guy in the next commercial break? After the race is done and the podium's all done, we'll probably chat for another 10-15 minutes, and then I'm done for the evening, because I'm off to the cinema as Bortoleto having a look at Alonso in turn 1, but now Bortoleto's got to do him here. Alonso does not have DRS. Go on, Bortoleto. Guy looks like, as well as your music taste in Discord, as Bortoleto dives on the inside, and great pass on Fernando Alonso. If he delayed that pass enough, he should have DRS here. Oh no, Alonso had DRS, but he's not getting away too much there. And Bortoleto has got to be careful now, because he's got the race leaders and they're going side by side, but Norris is right behind them. I can't believe I'm saying this, but look at the power of that steak Sauber at the moment. Alonso is struggling in Aston Martin. Bortoleto's got to look in his mirrors and see the McLarens. He lets them go. Oh, he's let Lando go, but he's still going to have DRS from Lando. So he's just got to keep up here. This is a really horrible point for Piastri to be right behind Bortoleto as well. Bortoleto's going to have those blue flags coming up. What Bortoleto will probably do is probably let Piastri have the end of this straight. But this is the final lap. And Piastri is right behind, and the traffic's messed Piastri over. Norris has got this win, surely. Oh, hang on. And... Oh, and I thought Alonso was actually going to make a move on Lando there, and Piastri locks up. Alonso just tried to pass. Oh, because of the traffic in front, Norris is going to get the win. Norris finally wins at Spielberg. Prom, it's good to see you. Wow, since 2001, the last time McLaren won at Red Bull Ring, and they do it here today. I honestly thought Alonso was going to try to move on Norris just there, but Norris gets the win on Piastri, closes the gap very slightly to 15 points on the Drivers' Championship. Prom, how are we doing today? I hope you're good. I hope you are well. You're not fired this week, Jay. Okay, missed the end of the race. A minute of ads will kill the ending for me. Well deserved. I think so. Piastri, I think if... it's well deserved for Norris Kingdom. I would love to have seen a final lap battle, like a proper battle between both of them. Kind of similar to what they had before the pit stop. Destroyers P14. It's last. Oh. Sorry about that, Naps, with the ads there. I think after this weekend, I'm going to change the subs. Okay. That's a very suggestive emote there, Prom. This is a good Christian stream.
Someone just
oh, Billy, I was literally just about to do that. Thank you. Thank you. 113 subs. Been my emote forever. It has. It's whenever I'm in the supermarket, I look over and I see an eggplant, a big girthy eggplant, just sat there on the side. I just look at it. I'm just like, Prom. Please don't clip that. Please don't. That would be a very unfortunate sound command right there. He sits the gun. No one wants a thin eggplant. Right, anyway. Norris, Piastri, Leclerc is your podium. Hamilton, 4th place. George Russell in 5th. And Liam Lawson with a great finish, by the way. 6th place in that RB. Fernando Alonso in 7th. Bortoleto, who I would have as driver of the day, in 8th place. Hulkenberg up 11 positions, by the way. Herculean effort to get that kick Sauber into the top 10. Up 11 positions with Ocon up 7 into 10th. A fair few retirements today. I think this is probably the biggest race since Australia in terms of retirements this season. Oh, gagging for oh, jeez, why is that the quote? Clipped and shipped. God damn, Bobby. Tesla meat hot the heat. But that was actually a pretty decent Grand Prix, to be honest. Like, it looked like it was going to sizzle down at one point, and then Piastri just got a bit of a move on with that. Right, all pass holders may access the pit lane. Good to know. How are you, Plum? I hope you're good. I hope you're well. 9.5 out of 10 race? I wouldn't go that far. I don't think that, apart from probably Australia, I do not think there's really been any races which have gone above a 7.5 out of 10. Australia was brilliant. I loved Australia. I thought Alonso. Oh, I thought Bortoleto had got Alonso, but that switchback from Alonso was the critical factor. Woke up 20 minutes ago, going to be just me and my brother for the next month. Quiet house. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Oh, you said don't clip it. Track map just put yellow flags around turn 4. Yeah, I just looked, I just saw that in here as well. Yellow and track set to 9. I wonder if, I wonder if they've opened up that part of the track or something like that for, like, emergency vehicles or something like that. I don't quite know how it works, or if, that's where the fans go in and run around the track to get to the podium bits, maybe. Fire. It could be a fire. Could be a fire. Woke up 20 minutes ago. Nice. Oh, yeah, time zones. Yeah, it's earlier than I think it is for you. Nice. Quiet race for the Ferraris. No bother with them at all. Same with Russell. The fact that Antonelli and Verstappen took out quite quickly straight away. But the championship table, as it stands, unless there's any stewards being called in for anything, which I don't think there is, as the race interviews are going on at the moment. Piastri still championship leader with 216 points, and Norris 15 points back, and Verstappen in third, 155. Russell 146. Do you think they missed Max today? No, Kimi made sure he definitely got Max. That was a bullseye. Almost 9 AM now. I forget that side of the country is... yeah. Fair enough. A nice part of the country to visit that, I think. Over to the west coast. Max is out for the rest of the season. Wasn't Max's fault, so no penalty points on that one. Constructors wise, McLaren extend their lead by an extra... whatever that number is, 16 points. 16 points, that can't be right. Only 16 points extra? Yeah, no, an extra 16 points on Ferrari, 417 points for McLaren, 210 for Ferrari, who leapfrog Mercedes and are in front of them by a single point. Red Bull Racing, no points scored today, and that's probably the first time in absolutely ages since Red Bull have not scored a single point at a race. I'm still shocked that it's Williams in 5th place. Very eccentric interviewer. I think the guy who's doing the interviews usually does the commentary for Formula 2 races. I can't remember what his name is though. I don't care about F1 unless I'm playing F1 Manager. Well, someone has to come last, I suppose, in F1 Manager. Ah, my tooth. Well, Max could not carry the team today. I hope so much. I'm going to check something in a second. Drink responsibly, by the way. I feel I have to say that sometimes. We've got 50 people watching us right now on Twitch and YouTube. If you're on the YouTube side, I implore that you click on that video description underneath and you join the Discord. You follow on Twitch as well. I got my X account on there, but I don't really tweet too much these days because the site is trash. But we do a lot of streams on Twitch during the week, as well as a lot of iRacing, especially video content on the YouTube side. But put a thumbs up on the stream. If you're on the Twitch side, jump over to the YouTube side quick and put a thumbs up on there. This could well be one of my highest viewed live streams. Not because of the clickbait Twitter title, but... yeah, if you're on the Twitch side and you're not already following the channel, please feel free to do so. We try and stream as much as we can during weekends and Fridays. If you're into pro wrestling, we do pro wrestling streams on Mondays and Fridays. Then it's mainly racing or RPG orientated on the Saturdays and the Sundays. So a nice little mix of everything that we have here. Guy was on the F1 show leading up to the Austria race. I think he is French. Yeah, he's either French or Spanish. I don't know what his name is. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to quickly check something up, and I want some of your lot's opinions on this. Okay, so driver contracts. So McLaren should be in theory absolutely fine. Norris is end of 2027. Piastri is the end of 2028. So next season and probably the season afterwards, unless a big bid comes in or some sort of clause, it's going to be Norris and Piastri. Ferrari, Hamilton's out until the end of 2026, here till the end of 26. And Charles, I think Charles has signed a long-term contract recently, hasn't he? So it's saying 24 here, but I'm pretty sure that's wrong now. Max is apparently the end of 28, but does have a clause in his contract that has got a lot of people running about now. So that's going to be my first question. In fact, I'm going to make this a double-barrel question because Yuki Tsunoda is until the end of this season. Does Max leave? Does Yuki get signed on? And where does each of those two drivers go to next if they don't stick with Red Bull? That's the first question. So where is Max going to be driving next season? Where is Yuki going to be driving next season? Apparently Antonelli and George Russell are till the end of 25. I'm pretty sure Antonelli has a extension already. And George, they're 50-50 in. So if Max gets Mercedes, where does George Russell go? Aston Martin, Fernando Alonso until the end of next season. Lance Stroll was apparently 2025 and beyond, but when will Aston Martin finally replace Lance Stroll? And then Alpine, Jack Duran and Colapinto are both up in the air until the end of the season. Pierre Gasly has another year with the team, so could one of these top drivers, like could Yuki potentially go to Alpine? Maybe. If they don't promote somebody else from Formula 2. Never. If you buy it, your money in the bank will not be as much. Haas, they have Ollie Behrman until 26. They have Esteban Ocon until 26. So, as far as I'm concerned, Haas are going to stay as they are next season. Racing Bulls, Isaac Hagier and Liam Lawson are both until the end of 26. See, Liam Lawson could go back into that Red Bull seat. They might do it with Isaac instead. Red Bull have a lot of young drivers at the moment that they can swap and change around. If they end up losing Max and they decide not to renew Yuki's contract, they've potentially got Isaac Hagier and Liam Lawson who could completely change cars for next year to the mother team. And then who would end up going to RB? Williams, Sainz and Albon until the end of next season. To be honest, it's a perfect driver pairing for Williams. If they can re-sign either of those two drivers for an extra couple of years, then that would be just as good as getting a new driver for Williams. If not, I actually, and this is going to be my first bold prediction, if George Russell ends up getting replaced at Mercedes by Max Verstappen, I reckon George will go to Williams. Verstappen got absolutely screwed. Yellow flag on a P3 quality, then torpedoed by a Merc. Yeah, I'm not the biggest Max fan in the world, but I feel for Max on that one. For anybody who has any sort of incident that ends their race, Antonelli completely in the wrong from that. I think Antonelli realises that as well. It's a difficult corner, but I don't know. I feel even for being a rookie in this season, Anthony could have done so much better for that corner, and because of it, it wasn't just his own race that he ruined Verstappen's. The RBs and people on the outside line also lost a couple of positions through that as well. So, you know, it was, yeah, I'll slightly agree with you on this one. a slight screwing of Max Verstappen, which sounds like the worst movie I've ever heard in my life. I just apologise for the colourful language of the drivers. That'll be a few fines then. Everyone must be absolutely sick of the Dutch and the British national anthems by now. But yeah, Williams, I think if they can't keep Sainz or Albon, or they have an opportunity to sign George next season, I honestly think George could end up driving for Williams again. I don't know why. So Sauber have Bortoleto and Hulkenberg until the end of next season, but with the fact that the team is changing to Audi, I mean, it has written here that Audi have are going to keep both drivers for 2026, but things could change with that one. I think they'll keep both of them because, to be honest, especially after today's race, both drivers are doing pretty well now. Not a great last season for Stake, but this season it didn't start too well, but Kick seemed to be getting at least one of the cars in the points and taking advantage of his mistakes, which, to be honest, for a team like theirs, you have to take every single opportunity that you can get with that one. And then Cadillac. I think Sergio Perez is an absolute shoo-in for Cadillac. But I do think there will be a younger driver in there. As much as people are saying Perez and Bottas, my heart wants it to be Perez and Schumacher, but my head thinks it's going to be Perez and Zhou Guanyu. That's what I think. I don't know. You can't. Honestly, the Red Bull car is not a shitbox. It's not a bad car as long as you're Max Verstappen. The car is so modelled and centered around Max. You have to have another Max or someone who drives just like Max to drive it, and there's nobody who drives like Max. So, and we're going to see there we go, a spurt out from Lando, as in the champagne. Like, it's been proved that car is specifically built for Max. Nobody else can go into that car and drive it like Max does. Which means if they don't have Max for next season, Red Bull I could see Racing Bulls beating Red Bull next season if they don't have Max. They need to sort out that driver situation as soon as, so they can carry on being a one-man team. Or they've got to try and make the car as neutral as possible so anybody can jump into it and ride it. In my opinion, I know a fair few of you might disagree with me on that one, have your own opinions, and that's fine. I welcome different opinions on it. Like, none of us know exactly what's happening with the cars, how it's all working. We can only all speculate, and it's actually nice to have a lot of different speculations, because then, you know, at least one of us will be right by then, right? Valtteri Bottas and Crawford. Wait. I honestly think I believe Sergio Perez is an absolute lock-in for that right now. They want an American driver. I thought Crawford was New Zealand. No, I'm wrong. I am wrong. I am definitely wrong. I'm guessing him confused with somebody else. Sorry, I apologise. I'm wrong. He is an American driver. Where is Crawford in the Formula 2 Championship right now? I know he's actually won a race or two this season. Formula 2 Championship. He drives for Dams, right? Is it Dams? D-A-M-S? 10 more hours left of this stream. He's in third. You know what? It's not a bad shout then, actually. I feel Cadillac, has been a new team, will definitely want a driver in who brings in a lot of sponsorship. Checo Perez. You know? Perez brings in he's got the Kit Kat sponsorship mainly. So that's why I feel he's a shoe-in. and he'll have a chip on his shoulder, which means that he's going to push harder just to prove everybody wrong. You know what? Yeah, no, Jack Crawford's not a bad shout, actually. German team might push for a German driver. For Audi, perhaps. But will it have been too long? Actually, saying that, how long was it between Kevin Magnussen leaving F1 and coming... Oh, no, it was only 2 years, wasn't it? He left Haas and come back a couple of years later. It was only 2 years, wasn't it? Yeah, because it was Schumacher and Mazepin for a season. And then... Sorry to get political, but the Ukraine-Russia war... No, that was in January or February, I think. I remember that being January or February. So it might have only been a season and a half at most. Right, okay, let's have a look. Just, by the way, I'm reading comments on YouTube as well. I'm sorry that they're not showing up underneath at the moment. I'm trying to get that fixed and sorted, but it's not working the way I want it to at the moment. So just on YouTube side, that's a bit of a stretch. I know that said the car is built around Max, but Max himself been saying at the third of the season they were losing pace. I think the car actually is bad. I think every single driver has said something about the car, apart from McLaren, which you say McLaren is obviously rockets now. I agree. McLaren have done. If we take it back to like 3 years ago, like McLaren were struggling to get into the points half the time, and then the Silverstone upgrades came. Like they still got a win every now and then. They had Danny Rick win at Monaco. They had Lando just fall short at Sochi as well. I'm trying to think of... was there a Monza? I think there was a Monza win as well for Danny Ricciardo as well, right? So they were up there every now and then, but it was so inconsistent. Then Silverstone happened. Then the Silverstone and the Chrome car happened. And then McLaren's trajectory has just been on the up so much since. And not even their drivers can even say, we've got problems with the car. Yeah, Canada... Not the fastest car on the grid, but yeah, McLaren have nothing to worry about. But I think every single other driver for every single other car has complained about the car in some respective, especially Ferrari. My God, Ferrari. Monza was 1-2, even better. Massive turnaround for McLaren in the last few years. Absolutely, yeah. That's just like absolutely nailing it with the upgrades, and whatever they did with those upgrades, however they managed to have those upgrades made up into fruition, or whatever path or management they used to get those, managing to get it over the rest of like the wind tunnel design, aerodynamics, everything else. McLaren have played an absolute blinder in their transformation over the past 4 years. I do believe the Red Bull is still a quick car. Max is proving it. Max is a fantastic driver. He's got the championships to prove it now, and the fact that so many people are going into that car, picking up Max's settings for a lot of it, like the twitchiness of it, how sensitive you have to be to it, it's still a quick car. Like, it's... I don't know. It's... I don't get people saying it's not a quick car. It's a quick car. But I think that's something that not everybody will completely agree with each other. It'll be a lot of agree to disagree on it. Massive turnaround for McLaren the last few years. That GP2 engine comment must have hit hard. What year was that? I think that was like the year I was starting to get back into F1 after like spending like 7-8 years out. There was 7-8 years in the 2010s, where I was just like, I was either working or I just couldn't be bothered with it. So I sort of kept F1 on the back burner. I'd look at results, but I wouldn't really watch races. Definitely not as much as I am now. Like, I'm watching races like as religiously as I did in the early 2000s and the 90s. Yes, I'm that old. Oh, sorry. Yes, I'm older than I look. But yeah, no, obviously we think McLaren have got it in the bag. Luckily, we, unlike the Red Bull last couple of years, it's between more than one driver of the same team. There we go. Lando, Piastri, Leclerc on the podium. It's just shown again. The report says it will rain every single race from now, though. So, you actually have somebody here right now in front of your eyes who lives within 45 minutes of Silverstone. I won't be going. It's so expensive. You know what? I'm going very quickly. Just see, on the off chance, if there's any Silverstone tickets left. 800. Ah, oh, don't ruin it for me. You say that, but I'm seeing. Oh. So Sunday race day. Full race highlights on YouTube already. What, on the F1 channel? Wow. So, without looking online, if you've looked... Yeah, I'm seeing admission tickets for a single day. Yeah, it will always just be one day. Wait, hang on. Which isn't grandstand viewing. Ah, right, I see it, grandstand. There's nothing left for Saturday or Sunday on the Silverstone. It's completely sold out on Saturday and Sunday. Right, okay, I gotcha. Yeah, and GA plus unlimited cops, unlimited complimentary food and drinks served by Curb. Complimentary food. 2-day. Dedicated viewing area at Cops Corner includes inner track and fast track access. 2-day from $799. General admission. Soak up the F1 atmosphere and catch the race action from our general admission areas around the venue. For 4 days is 409 quid. For Sunday is 389. So you might as well do the four-day one. But yeah, okay, I didn't realise there was a grandstand one. So yeah, grandstand is sold out. Unless... So there's the enclosure. Enclosure provides your own dedicated space away from the crowds, offering weatherproof lounge areas, dedicated Wi-Fi, live entertainment and giant screens. Choose from free parking or park and ride, as well as fast track access on arrival to the circuit. Just for Sunday is £899. Oh, the highlights of qualifying. I've checked those in Discord already. So there's roving grandstand. Allows you to access grandstands around the circuit to find your favourite vantage point for practice and qualifying. For qualifying, it's £229. Let me have a quick look at hospitality. Ticket is layered. That price is just entry. You need to buy a grandstand ticket to be able to see anything worthwhile. That's so bad, isn't it? I asked... I don't think I've ever said this on stream. So, those who don't know, who are new to the stream, I am one of the people who were lucky enough to get access and review codes for F1 Manager 23. I have like a whole like Stream Deck, mouse and keyboard, stuff like that with F1 Manager stuff on it, and I used to keep in regular contact with Frontier about stuff like that. Last year, I went full on begging, and I very nearly begged to be involved with the F1 Manager truck that goes there with the game and stuff. I was nearly that desperate to go in. I was just like, look, I will work on that van. I will volunteer for that van. Never got an answer back. Kafizzo, how we doing? Nearly 3 years. How you been? Hope you've been good. Hope you've been well. So hospitality What? Okay. Can I get a... Oh, it's in that break. I'll wait for a minute. Wow, the prices of that. Okay. I'll wait till the ads end. All tracks do it, sadly, but Central European tracks are so much cheaper than Silverstone. You can get into Hungaroring for like 120 euros and get a grandstand seat for an extra 80. That's the whole weekend. I think you get a weekend at Red Bull Ring with hospitality for like 500 euros. Okay. I'm gonna wait till the ads finish, Kingdom. Because you've just I just saw a key track name there when you did that. It's got a couple of seconds left for the ads. They've released the schedule for next year, haven't they? What date is the Austrian Grand Prix next year? Because I love the track. I think the track is fantastic. So I was looking at going to Hungary and infuse it and couldn't get over how cheap it was compared to the UK. So tickets aren't up yet, but they have all the grandstands up. 25th to the 27th. Oh shit, when am I seeing Metallica? Sorry, 2 seconds. I think I've got it on here. Metallica. No, that's Lacuna Coil. 2 seconds. That's the only thing. Like, Metallica's my only. I don't think I can go to Wacken because I think Metallica are playing at the time. Yeah, metal music. I like metal. I actually listen to any music as long as it's not ABBA or chipmunk voices. Metallica. So Metallica is in Scotland. June. It's June. Give me 2 seconds just. Let me just have a quick look at this. So 25th. Oh wait, no, that is... Shit, no, that is June. Hang on. Thursday, the 25th of June. I'm seeing Metallica. Should we run Vegas back? God, that's going to be a busy week if I end up going to Metallica and then the Austrian Grand Prix on the same week. Okay. Before I carry on with the Austrian Grand Prix and before I carry on with hospitality at Silverstone, let's quickly go to Just. Is it Just or is it Just? So Just is option 1 or Just is option 2. Thank you for joining the channel, by the way. What are your thoughts on the total operating costs for an F1 season? And do you reckon transport costs are for teams themselves and fall under budget cap? I think prize money F1 is fairly low. I'll be honest, the first part of that question of June, you missed them. I know, we're on about next year. Next year's Austrian Grand Prix and Metallica. Next year. First part of your question, I feel the budget should possibly be tighter. A smaller budget. Because I quite like... one of the reasons I quite like IndyCar is because all the teams are so close to each other. It's more about the team's abilities and the setups, the drivers, and if you're Penske or not. For prize money, I agree. I feel the prize money is too low, especially with the F1, I don't think F1 has been this popular since like the 80s and 90s. The prize money, it looks from the outside, from what we've seen, it looks like the prize money hasn't really changed too much. And this whole thing with Andretti not being able to get in, because it means that they'd have to split and take smaller shares of the prize money. The prize money should have gone up by, like, the pot should have gone up by 50 million. Andretti would still pay their way in to F1. There'd be an 11th team on the grid. And in fact, all the teams would still be overall getting more prize money. That's how it should have worked, especially with Liberty Media just making F1 into an absolute financial powerhouse. The prize money should be bigger. It should be easier to get more teams in. Any more than 12 teams? No, I think 12 teams is a good amount, to be honest. Better than 10. But the first part of the question, maybe a smaller budget, so that a smaller budget, but everyone uses the same travel, but I don't know how it works. I have no idea how the logistics for F1 works, so I can't really give an opinion on that one. I don't know what happens with it. I hope that answers the question to a decent standard. Jose, it's good to see you, man. Wait, you are? You're going back to Vegas? Mate, are you sure? Are you sure you want to do Vegas again? No, I haven't watched the rec yet, because we're discussing the great J. Cool's meetup at Austria next year. No, okay, let's go back slightly on topic. So we're looking at Silverstone next weekend for the Grand Prix, and I'm looking at hospitality. If you've already seen the price, I don't want you lot to answer, but I want to hear your lot's guesses for... There's a package here called... called Starting Grid Hospitality for the Formula 1 at Silverstone. And I'm on about the 3 days, so that's Friday, Saturday and Sunday. What you get in this package is shared suite with viewing balcony. You'll be at the start-finish grid. You'll be, from the looks of the picture, you'll be facing the pit lane and you'll be facing the start grid from there. So you'll see the start grid and then you'll see the pit lane after that. All-day premium hospitality with culinary delights created by an actual chef called James Martin. All-day free-flowing drinks, including champagne, wines, spirits, beer and soft drinks. You'll have general admission ticket included with the package. And track and screen views. It's sold out, but guess how much 3 days of that is for a 3-day ticket for Starting Grid Hospitality. I'm doing it all separately. Now I know where to go and what to do, so it will be about 2k cheaper. Okay, I could breathe easily for that one. 10,000 what? Are we talking euros or pounds? Oh, you're paying? Billy, if I was a millionaire, I would happily... I'd go to America and go to like a local race to you lot, you know? Jesus, does TKO own only F1? Liberty Media, who own F1, MotoGP. Sure there's a few more on there. 2.3k, 10k... pounds, 2.5 euros, 2,500. For 3 days, it's £4,115. To upgrade it to VIP, it's only an extra £400. And what's extra on there? It's for private bookings only. That's the only difference for it. However, I'm having a look at the rest of it, and to be honest, for the Aintree and Wellington Straight, general admission ticket included with package. This is the Racing Green one. So the Racing Green. Casual food service, beer, wine and soft drinks. Witness all the action with track and screen viewing and grandstand seating for 2 days, £1,300. There's tickets for that available for Saturday, and it's £458. Okay, so around £1,400 a day, minus what you'd like to spend on food and alcohol yourself, it isn't too bad. That's probably the 6th most expensive Grand Prix. If you go to Red Bull Ring, so yeah, Red Bull Ring. What did you say it was, Kingdom? 50 million. Soccer, just Ronaldo is getting 550 million for 2 years. Every half decent player is sold for like 40 million. That's why I asked about operating costs. Thanks for answering those. Yeah, no worries, man. Like I said, it's all purely my opinions. Some of it is backed up with facts. Sometimes it is opinions. You'll never know the difference between them. So on a poll in F1, they're taking 100,000 visitors on average. That's like $400 per event day. Yes, but the actual event, they pay F1 to host the race there anyway, but they've got to make their own money back somehow. That's why Silverstone was under threat so many times. Nearly was taken off the calendar. Hockenheim has been taken off the calendar just because of the ridiculous costs of it. Could be one of the reasons why they're doing a Madrid street circuit rather than Barcelona circuit. You know, yeah. So the same thing Kingdom's saying there. So for hospitality, is 450 to 550 euros for the F1 in Austria or Hungary. Same with wrestling though. I spent so much on Mania, but on the day tickets were so much cheaper for closer seats. And I met Americans that paid way less than me. We as a nation just get our pants pulled down. So I did. So when New Japan, there's been no announcement of Royal Quest this year, has there, from New Japan? So New Japan, I've done a ringside ticket. That was 120 for ringside. About 15-20 rows back, because it's basically a gym, exhibition centre. 20 rows back, 35 quid. And I got a really good view, and I could still see everything, and Shota Umino appeared right next to me. I am on 2 New Japan pay-per-views. I'm on 2 of them. Me looking at Shota Umino like, hi! And me getting ahead by by Hiromu Tanahashi. Put my fist out to Tanahashi and just looked at me and just walked straight past. I was like, oh shit. But I did get a too sweet from Jay White, so at least there's that. Bomb! I recently became a not broke bitch. So I haven't spent money on anything other than necessities. I think you should keep that going for another month. And just, like, you know, and just not even look at your bank account, then look at your bank account afterwards and just be like, nice. It's good to see you, Prom, as always. So, Red Bull Ring, they have already got all the list of the stands. Nothing's on sale yet, obviously, but they do have notify things on there. I would personally absolutely love to get on that stand that's in front of the Bull. The one that's on the infield bit. I would love to get that stand. Or on the opposite side of the road, on the straight between 2 and 3. I think next year I really want to go to a Grand Prix. Since I bought my new TV and capture card, has been incredible. Next paycheck is going towards the house. I added my income to my... okay. I want to get our windows replaced. Any personal purchase I'm working towards my new PC. Everything else is more practical reasons for being budgeted. I did the rock and roll sign in my meet. Did the rock and roll sign in my meet and greet with Bailey. She did too sweet. then said, "Oh, I had no idea what you're doing. I thought you were doing the 2 sweets." So our pick looks well awkward. Have you ever been to an F1 race yet? Shockingly, I've only ever been to practice at Silverstone. I've only ever been to the practices at Silverstone. The last actual motor race I went to was Rockingham Oval, UK, for IndyCar back in 2002, 2003. Yeah, the first ever IndyCar race in the UK I went to. Later this year, I'll be going to British Touring Car Championship at Silverstone. I'll be doing that one for both the Saturday and the Sunday. So I'll be watching the qualifying, getting my bearings, and try and get a good seat for Sunday. I think next time I do autographs and record it, you seem to get more time to speak to them with autos. Picks they usher you in and out in a second. I saw the video of the Cena one. That's obviously an extreme one, but yeah. Yeah, I think Austria. I think realistically, Austria could be a good one next season. Last race I went to was touring cars at Brands Hatch. I'd love to go Brands Hatch. I love the circuit. This Brands Hatch circuit's brilliant. But yeah, that's I'm surprised we've managed to stretch the stream past the race by this much, but yeah, I'm looking at the Red Bull Ring stuff, and there's a lot of different places. They've got a lot of different grandstand tickets in there as well. A lot. I'm looking at this page here just in case people are wondering on the Twitch and YouTube side. Can't see much of it. I think for the Indy you'd probably be able to see a fair bit of it. Pit building is in the way. Oh, is it? Oh, I've been a weekend to Spa. See, I'd love to do Spa. The stand at Spa as well for a longer race. Maybe I'll do a WEC race or something. That seems to be pretty good ticket wise, like with pit access as well on the day. A weekend to Magny-Cours. I'm a Dutchie. Hey, welcome to we get, so for some reason in this stream we get a lot of people from Germany, Austria, Belgium, Netherlands, Portugal. If you go do a WE race, then you might as well do Le Mans. I don't think I have the patience for Le Mans, to be honest. That's why I'm thinking Spa. I honestly don't think I could do a Le Mans. I'd just lose interest so quick. I wonder what major sports have the cheapest tickets. We could get front row VIP to the badminton finals or something. I wouldn't call badminton a major sport. I definitely would. I reckon golf. Andy, I think golf you could probably get really cheap VIP tickets, maybe on certain courses. If it, they have loads of other things to do, so you don't have to focus on racing the entire time. Too, I'll be asleep in the first 20 minutes. You said major sports. They're just doing all these interviews now. They got Max Verstappen's interview. So I hate driving Magny-Cours on my Sims. So you'd have to sell Magny-Cours really well to me. Magny-Cours was a ridiculous event. So many people with big money. Choppers flying in everywhere. Outrageous jet shows over the crowd. They'll never allow that these days. How long? Oh, 2000. Sorry. I just saw it. 2000. Bowling. Cheapest, best value for... So, okay. There's actually a Reddit question on this, Andy. How many darts and rugby? Darts! Rugby, yes. Actually, rugby's a really good... Yeah, rugby's a good shout, actually. My birthplace club's reasonably cheap for VIP. Northampton Saints. Their Northampton Saints VIP experience is actually really good. I've done it a couple of times. when I've been able to get like cheap tickets and stuff. That includes like you know, you get some of these sport packages where it's like a member of the team comes in and talks, like someone who's injured or something like that, or someone who starts on the bench comes in and talks about their thoughts on the match. There's a quick questionnaire, plus it's its own like bar that's got guards on the front, not guards, but you know, doormen on the front. Yeah, it's just showing that Kimi Antonelli dive on with Verstappen going through. But, rugby's a good fun day out, you know. It's only 40-minute halves. So the weirdest thing about rugby, not sure if this is just a European thing, it might be different overseas for rugby, but with football, home fans, little section for the away fans. For rugby, it's mixed up. Like, you'll get clusters of fans every now and then, but they actually mix both sets of fans together. I don't know if it's the same for Twickenham, but it definitely is for the majority of other ones I've been to. For club level anyway. No, I'm going to still call it a dive because I know it annoys you now. It was a lock up and it turned into a dive. Yeah, you could lock up into a dive. That's every American major sport. We don't have segregated seating. It promotes fighting. You know, what major sport has had playoffs recently, like in the past 2 weeks? I saw this video, and this is how viral it went. The one where it's got this kid, older brother, and a mother walking back through a street, and they're getting, what word did they just use on the F1 broadcast? And NBA, I think it was NBA. Yeah, and I've seen that, and I think it's American football is the one I've seen the most of, where there's loads of rival fans like arguing with each other. And I'm shocked American sports doesn't have it segregated like Europe does and South America does for the football. Yeah, the race was a 2 o'clock European start, 3 o'clock European start, 2 p.m. UK, 9 a.m. on this one. I do apologise if I'm missing comments, by the way. So, Prom, have you decided what PC you're going for at all? Are you building your own, or are you going for a pre-built? Good to see you, by the way, Imgran. Kimi conspiracy? No, I think Kimi has done exactly what he's needed to do for Mercedes and more. This is just today's just a slight bump in the road, and yeah, Kimi's doing fine for Mercedes. Sorry, not McLaren, Mercedes. Most of the videos are from outside the stadium, yo. Yeah, true. Canadians are in the right state, by the way. The NHL teams from the American South has won the last 6 championships. They're in tatters. So Canadian hockey teams, so that'd be Toronto Maple Leafs, Calgary Flames, Vancouver Canucks. No, shit. Who's Vancouver's team? There's Toronto Raptors. No, that's basketball. Yeah, Toronto Maple Leafs, Calgary Flames. Calgary Flames are probably actually my Canadian hockey team of choice, by the way, alongside in America, New Jersey Devils. Hate me all you want. I don't care. Who's Vancouver? Oh, it is the Canucks. Okay. Fuck yes. Oh, of course, Prom. Yes. You know what? I completely forgot about that. I just love the Calgary Flames logo, the sea with the flames out of it, and yeah, I just really like that. Is there any of it? I think Ottawa Sentinels, or is that a different sport? Edmonton Oilers. You know what? You could have given me 5 more guesses. I would never have got them. Please fuck off. Maple Leafs, Montreal Canadiens. Edmonton Oilers. I would never have got the Montreal one. We wouldn't have got the Edmonton ones. Atlanta Flames. We wouldn't have got that one. Canucks, Winnipeg. It's Winnipeg. I'm from Winnipeg, idiot. And what everyone forgets, the Ottawa Senators, not Sentinels, Senators. Sorry, anyone here from Ottawa? I apologise to a point. Canadian Football League. Did I call them the Atlanta Flames? Flames. Yeah, Calgary. I never knew about the Atlanta Flames. I always knew them as Calgary, so... USA sports teams have such cringe names. Sorry, soccer just goes FC, name your city. You say that just, but Hull, the city of Hull in UK, have been known as Hull Tigers. And I'll be honest, I absolutely I love the Americanism, the North Americanism of sports team names. Honestly, I love it. I think it's brilliant. One of our friends of the stream, Bearded Rhino, this kind of turned into a just chatting stream now, hasn't it? And I appreciate everyone still, like, you know, being here and hanging out and stuff like that. Like I say, if you're on the YouTube side, feel free to put a thumbs up on the stream on there. Yeah, it's nice to chat with everyone now and then. Nice not to be playing a game and actually have a chance to chat with everyone. What was I on about? So yeah, the North Americanism of team names, I love it. I think it's brilliant. I think it's gone across to China as well. China started doing it too. But Hull Tigers in the UK. We've got the Milton Keynes Dons, or MK Dons, also known as the shittest team in the world, MK Dons. Seriously, they don't have any history like before colour TV, like shit club. MLS is a retirement league. Less of a retirement league than I think it was 10-15 years ago. Now they're actually like getting decent players in every now and then. They're getting a few of their younger players picked out, mainly by German clubs. I know a lot of American like army bases are in Germany, in Europe, and stuff like that. It's pensioners working 3 days a week. But you had like Giovinco in there. You got who is the Arsenal player, Mexican Arsenal player, went across to MLS as well. Not Pato. I forgot what his bloody name was. Go Bears! We're the Bears! Come on now, we're Dolphins! Come on Dolphins! Please don't come on Dolphins. Please don't do that. It's cruel to the Dolphins, and there's no guarantee you can wipe it off in time before they swim off. I learned that only in America were labelled the carry guy. Green Bay Packers were named after the packaging company who paid for the team. Okay. Found in New England. So those who follow MLS, who's your MLS team? Fan of New England Revolution, MLS team, that name slaps. What was the team name? Who was the team that had like 3 rappers on the front? They played in black and yellow. Columbus. The Columbus crew. Yes, the crew. The Columbus crew. I remember it now. I loved that logo. I prefer it when the MLS does its own scouting development. A few Americans have crossed the pond thanks to the existence of the MLS. Yeah, I mean, I think the OGs deserve a lot of shout-outs for that when we're talking like Tim Howard, Clint Dempsey, Brian McBride. There's another one. There's Clint Dempsey. No, I was about to say Landon Donovan, but Landon Donovan was a late entry in the Everton era. There was another North American. He actually played for England. Owen Hargreaves. No, wait, no. Owen Hargreaves started at Bayern Munich, I think. I think Owen Hargreaves was a result of North American parents going over to Germany, and he just played for a German club from there. I might have to Google that one. But yeah, Clint Dempsey, McBride. McBride went on to Fulham, I think it was. I'm sure another team as well. I could be wrong. Tim Howard, who we know used to play for the New York Metro Stars, went over to Man United. This is where I found out it wasn't actually the Metro Stars. It was like the Cosmos or something. My champions right there. So Magnet is Colorado Rapids, New England Revolution for Ingran, the Crew, Dolphins are evil. Cool to the Dolphins. Have you seen what they'll do to you? No comment. This isn't the stream for that. MLS is strengthened college soccer club, so America is generating more footy talent than it once did. Yes. So the main problem I have with MLS, and Americans, I think some Americans agree, but they don't know how to solve said problem, because it's so ingrained, the system of MLS, and that's the prospect of relegation and promotion. Like, some of these teams have had hundreds of millions of dollars spent on them. They will never vote. They will never, ever vote to have a promotion relegation. Casey Keller. Yeah, Casey Keller, I think, played for Blackburn Rovers at some point. Blackburn Rovers sounds about right. Even my birthplace club, Northampton Town, had one or two American players there for a couple of years. There's the bogus contract problem. Is this the the one where you'd announce a player that you want to sign? This is how Charlotte FC got some money, because they'd announced that they'd wanted to sign Marco Reus. And because they officially announced that they wanted to sign him with the MLS, if another team went in for him, then there'd be due compensation because they called dibs. Yes. Okay. How were we on the same page with that one? Yeah, I call it the I call dibs clause. Relegation won't have general audience appeal in years. Yeah, because none of the major American sports have it. There's no relegation and promotion in baseball. There's nothing in basketball. There's nothing in ice hockey. Nothing in the football. The closest you have to it really is just like a whole development league called the college system. So college football was probably the biggest out of a lot of them. College basketball, college ice hockey. I mean, US has if Gav was here now and not bloody gallivanting around Europe, he'd be able to tell me. USFL? What? I'm talking about soccer, by the way. What's the US one that has relegate? There is a US pyramid system, but it's below. It's because there's not really a college soccer league at the moment, but they do have another league below MLS, which isn't direct promotion relegation, but does have its own pyramid system, as well as regional leagues as well at the same time. Relegation is simply not compatible with the way Americans do sports. I suppose there's also travel. Travel is a big part of it. My poor Marco Reus is being paraded around like a laughingstock with stupid contracts around him. Thing is, in Europe, we learn from baby on, you don't touch that ball with your hands. USA does and calls it football. How is that ever going to get on? Got on to the point there's a Super Bowl that has tens of millions of people watch every year. But yeah, I've always disputed why they call it football. But what's done is done, right? They already split it between Eastern and Western conferences, so travel gets cut in two immediately. Yes. I meant for like the lower, so like if you got a second... So let's take it for... let's do English football, for instance, and imagine that the UK is like 6-7 times bigger. When you got a team like Plymouth, who are on the south coast, going up against a team like Burnley, who are all the way up to the top of England, then there'd be a lot of clubs going bust. But yeah, maybe relegation and promotion within the two regions, like you said. It isn't hockey split even further, like 4 regions? Like there's a northwest, northeast, southeast, sort of west. Or is it done in east to east, center west, west west? I'm not sure with hockey. I might need correcting on that one. I mean, you've got the biggest country in the world who does have promotion relegation, but the advantage that that country has is that the vast majority of those teams are on the west side towards the European side. We're talking like, you know the country straight away. Zenit St. Petersburg and CSKA in Moscow. And then I think there's only 2 teams which are over to the eastern side. One begins with K, I think it is, and there's another one which is within meters of the border of China, I think. So at least with that one, most of the teams are over to the busier side on there. Ireland alone fits into the state of Florida like 2.5 times. American football retains its designation due to its wide... Sorry, can you check that into ChatGPT and just tell it to... Can you tell ChatGPT that quote there and tell it to explain it to me as if I'm 10 years old? Please. And then repost it. Thank you. Why is it using a word like nomenclature? We have people from where English isn't their second or third language. We can't be throwing that word in here. We need it simpler for the accessibility of everybody else watching this right now. American football keeps its name because it evolved from 19th century rugby football, a type of football rugby. You'll find a lot of rugby clubs, like local ones, will have RFC at the end of their name for Rugby Football Club. There we go. A type of football played on foot rather than horseback. Wait, what? 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 Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. American football keeps its name because it evolved from 19th century rugby football, a type of football played on foot rather than on horseback. Even though the modern game uses hands more than feet, the name stuck due to tradition and historical usage. Horseback! Have you experienced European soccer throughout the 90s? That was just bonkers. If you had to go to Italy in the Euro Cup, there would be Italian atmosphere. So over here, there's during the 90s there was a football program on one of the channels over here in the UK called Football Italia. Incredible. You'd had the likes of Gianluca Vialli, Gabriel Batiscusa, Hernan Crespo, as well as early Gianfranco Zola, the start of the career of Maldini. You'd have all those, and it'd be like when Juventus, AC Milan, Inter Milan, Fiorentina, Parma, Lazio, they were the main teams. And it was a great one. It was like an hour and a half long program, and it was a brilliant program. Honestly, better than Match of the Day. It was one of my favourite football programs ever. Eastern Conference in NHL, Metropolitan and Atlantic. What's Metropolitan? Is Metropolitan Maine, New York, and all that? Because the French called it football, the English originally called it soccer. Western Conference, so Eastern Conference is NHL, Western Conference, Central and Pacific. A long time ago, I can still remember people around. Oh, a long time ago. That's ChatGPT talking to me as if I'm an infant. People ran around kicking balls for their feetsies. It does not say feetsies. You're adding that in. They called it football. And some silly folk in America said, what if we grab the ball and don't kick it much? And they did. But they still called it football because nobody wanted to think of a new name. So now it's a game where you throw, tackle and yell, but still call it football, even though your foot is like, hey, what about me? I'm quoting that Oh, man. My movie's not until 8:30. I'm fine. Sonic. That is one of the funniest things I've ever fucking read. Yeah, I've heard of polo. I've just never heard of polo being called football. Same for Germany or Spain or England. Marco. Polo. Horse football is polo. I've never watched polo, so I just know polo is on horseback and breeds really horrible shirt logos with someone on the back of a horse and a hammer. Metropolitan means the biggest cities in the northeast. Right. We had that in the Netherlands. It was called Studio Italy, Spain. I did not. It's not football, it's horseball, but football is football because it's on foot and not on a horse. I need to add that quote. There you go, Sonic. You have yet another quote. 453 quotes. Oh shit, hang on. Why is it done it as 2 separate quotes? That's not good. I might have to... Yeah, I swear there's longer quotes than that. It still shows it as 1. Oh, that fucking M dash. I hate M. M dash is the easiest way to know that someone's used ChatGPT. I don't mind that being two comments. Romario, a legendary Brazilian striker in the early 90s to mid 90s. Oh, Borsaletto got driver of the day. Get in. Yeah, played at the start as Ronaldo were getting into the team with. So Romario would have played alongside legends such as Cafu, Dunga as well. Romario, legendary Brazilian striker. I think Romario is actually the 4th highest goal scorer of Brazil of all time, after Neymar, Ronaldo, and obviously Pele. I could be wrong. I'm sure Romario's 4th. I edited the quote slightly, but it wasn't enough. Back when society valued equestrian, polo was a huge national sport. Oh yeah, I'm aware polo used to be very, very popular in the 1800s and early 1900s. Metropolitan Division NHL, it's got to be New Jersey Devils in there. Washington Capitals, Carolina Hurricanes, New Jersey Devils, Columbus Blue, New York Rangers, New York Islanders. Ugh, what a horrible duo there. Pittsburgh Penguins and Philadelphia Flyers. See, that'd be quite easy to get to and from with travel as well, I'd see. Mario started out in the Netherlands. So good, but dude always said it was too cold here. He just left for Brazil and stayed away for weeks. Us kids wanted to see him on TV, but then the presenter said... Yeah, I don't remember. I think didn't Romario actually play for Barcelona at one point? I know Rivaldo did. I think Ronaldo started at Barcelona, went to Inter Milan, and then I'm sure he went to Real Madrid afterwards. Gone again somewhere in Brazil to not playing, and we had been waiting all week to see him play again. Oh man. Philadelphia Flyers, my favourite NHL team. In mine's New Jersey Devils. We don't really talk too. I don't really talk too much about ice hockey for that exact reason. Florida Panthers earlier this month won back-to-back Stanley Cup championships. That doesn't happen too often, does it? Ah, the more you know. But yeah, I want to do a Grand Prix next year. Might have to delve into Europe, deeper into Europe to do it. Colorado Avalanche, both times over Edmonton Oilers, has done amazing work. Before this run, the Florida Panthers were one of the worst joke franchises in the NHL. It's usually how it works, doesn't it? Like, it will be a run of really bad form, then you'll get a couple of drafts which just work out really well in your favour, and you'll get a coach that comes in who brings something completely new to the team that just clicks. And it kind of looks like it's been the same with the Panthers. We just need it to happen to the Devils now. Right, I think we are going to finish it there. A massive thank you to everybody on the Twitch side. A massive thank you to everybody on the YouTube side. If you still haven't gone over to the YouTube side yet to put a thumbs up on the stream, I'm definitely looking forward to doing this again on Twitch and YouTube with the next Grand Prix, which is Silverstone next week. Let me see if it hasn't released the race times on my homepage, but I think it'll be around the same sort of time next week as well, maybe an hour later actually. So I'll keep everyone updated on that one. If you want to find out when I'm next going to be live, or when I'm next doing wrestling stuff or anything like that, then you can join my Discord, because I usually now post on the general chat of Discord whenever the big screen channel is going to be live. If anyone wants to watch the F1, watch some pay-per-views or whatever, then I'll check it all in there, so that shouldn't be a problem. I agree, Kingdom. I agree. But we are going to be throwing a raid over to somebody on the Twitch side. If you're on the YouTube side, feel free to subscribe. There is a video coming out later today after... Shit, that's everywhere. Fucking twat. Sorry. Yeah. We are going to be throwing a raid over to somebody on the Twitch side. If you're on the YouTube side, subscribe to the channel. There is going to be a video released later today. And let's go for a raid over to... on this beautiful, beautiful Sunday. We're going to go over to someone streaming Marvel Rivals. Our good friend Dennis LA. So please feel free to... Yeah, it is Raw tomorrow. Is it earlier Raw? Or are they out of Saudi Arabia? Are they allowed out of Saudi Arabia now? A 3-place grid penalty for Silverstone and 2 penalty points. Oh shit, okay. When Romario went to Barca, he did the same thing. Romario is in Brazil not playing. Thanks for the F1 commentary though. No worries, just hopefully we get to see you again soon. Oh, BU Raw, but yeah, that Raw too. Yes, we're live on Twitch and our own BU channel. We have a separate channel for our WWE 2K25 stuff. Yeah. Raw starts at 11 p.m. for us. If I can't sleep, I'll probably watch a little bit of it. But we're going over to Dennis LA, who's doing some Marvel Rivals. If you're on the Twitch side, let's get the raid message up. So feel free to copy and paste these raid messages just here. But I'll see you all again soon. There will be a video released later today on YouTube for TCR at Brands Hatch for iRacing. On Monday on Twitch and YouTube is BU. Wednesday, after the Tuesday YouTube upload, I'm on the Blackfire Sim Sport TV channel doing some commentary for TCR League. Then we're back with BU stuff on the Friday on Twitch and the BU YouTube. And Saturday, mainly back on Twitch, but we'll see what happens. As it's Silverstone, we might do again exactly what we've done here on both Twitch and YouTube. Till then, go say hi to Dennis. And I'll see you all soon. Take care of yourselves, but most importantly, thank you so much for today. Take care of each other.